Welcome to the Mighty Misfit Menagerie.
I mean, there's always after.
Wellingtons.
On our website right now, you could take a survey.
Oh, wait, did you see the breast or is it a Wellington?
The breast is a Wellington?
The breast is a Wellington.
I mean, humans are Wellingtons, technically, right? Because we're encased in a skin.
I'm sorry.
In his skin, that's what I like to say.
I'm so
Meat
sorry.
is edible.
Well, if we're counting skin as a Wellington, then technically all meat dishes would then be Wellingtons if they're served in the skin.
Well, if they're served in the skin, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So lobster would then become a Wellington, not a soup.
God's an octopus.
But you're
Got
not eating the
branzino.
skin.
Sure, but like if a human is a Wellington, we're also not eating them. So
Hey, guess what? We're playing.
If you're Army Hammer, you are.
because in that case, we only eat breast milk, so it's a soup.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
We're going to be at Comic Con.
Oh, no. Oh, don't tell them now. This is not the time, Jake.
If you come to Comic Con and you debate us about this topic, I will give you stuff.
If you figured out what the topic even was from the
Yes.
introduction, give you
Bravo.
a sticker.
Anyway, yeah, so we're doing Eve of Ruin, Vecna, Eve of Ruin.
We
already
played D&D.
Do we?
Sometimes.
We already started this Eve of Ruin.
Eventually!
It is
We're
ruined.
not debating breasts and the types of foods. We played D&D.
This is another one of those instances where Coulter's like, I gotta edit all of this out, and then he won't.
100%.
Not even if I clap.
I am sure that there is at least one video on there that has like clapping in it so that I can remember where the peak is and
No. Love it. Love us in all our caves.
Helena, could you do the recap, but in German?
No.
That is a full sentence.
oh yeah, the Olympics tonight in Paris. We're sponsored
Really? That
by
was,
people who watch the Olympics.
sounds very lucrative.
It's fun.
If you want to be a sponsor, just let us know.
Or just go to our Patreon.
We have a Patreon.
We're going to Comic Con.
Please go there.
We were in the middle of battle versus this weird snake
The
creature,
Herdalad.
and who had just barked up a slod to make things worse.
It hurt a little.
Yet
So
another
we-
in our trail of dragons that aren't dragons.
Yes. We killed them, and we kind of
that a
checked on
Dragon is definitely a Wellington.
a black pool that was on the ground, but it wasn't really all that interesting, so we left. We get back to the ship, and Jeltra and the captain are flirting, but it seems like the captain is like into Paige. So we're chatting. We're feeling really good. We're feeling really good after our long battle. Like, you know, hey, we really did a good job, and thank God we can relax and take our time to reset. Except then Cass the Destroyer shows up, the ultimate party crasher. He's like, give me, damn it. He wants his sword and his rod pieces so we can battle. And Indra's like, I got it. And she blows our new ship. It does get rid of Cass, but I mean, I'm kind of upset about this ship. But anyway, so we're able to get away. One of the spiders that was with Cass, we kill it, and it's like Mishka rises as it dies, which I think means something.
It was a throwback.
Michka, but yeah.
Yeah, throwback to another campaign where we had the Rat King and Candlekeep.
Mishka. Actually, and then Paige and Brushen had a nice talk and a hug and recapitulated.
Stop trying to make Mishika happen.
I have to. I'm going to say it every episode until we meet Mishka, and then I'm going to say, "Are you a Rat King?"
You're a little too big to be a rat.
That Dressrosa energy coming from
I
that
gotta
side
do
of the
some
table.
weird AI art now.
Only if it's ethical, though.
Dress or
100%.
Dress
I'm just gonna
massage.
go to a kindergarten classroom and have them draw pictures until I like one.
I mean, I have a
School
2-year-old.
starts Thursday.
Had enough monkeys at a typewriter.
Yeah.
Pay them in Skittles and then leave.
Not you'll get the works of Shakespeare. Just pay them in Skittles and leave.
It's always funny to me that whenever we talk about give like an infinite amount of monkeys, an infinite amount of typewriters, and they'll type Shakespeare, they always show chimpanzees, which are apes.
Yeah.
And Wellingtons.
Sounds like you're trying to compare potatoes and potatoes.
The real question is a chimpanzee a soup or what?
Meat soup Wellington.
It scared me.
All mammals are Wellingtons.
Not technically, because we're mostly liquid inside.
Oh my
But
gosh.
contained by the outer layer, thus Wellington.
But if we're not eating the outer layer, then we're soup.
Are we gushers?
Oh.
I'm gonna leave. I don't need to be here for any of this.
I'm not going to ask my question.
So where did we leave off? That's right.
No, we left off on the hug and then a fade to black for a possible
Yeah.
evening
Drop
interaction.
Oh, yeah.
There's definitely a three-way going.
That's right. There
as
was some
we
heavy petting.
Talk
going
about
on.
Wellingtons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta tell us. That, yeah, that
Doing
happened.
well, my team.
So long rest in the morning. Who's in whose bedrooms?
Ooh, who is in whose bedrooms?
That's a good question.
That's a good question.
I think we're probably still in the captain's quarters.
We.
No, wait, hold on. I'm trying to remember because I
There's
kind of
staterooms on
prevaricated.
this. There's staterooms on this. You all have your own room. So if you're waking up in the captain's room,
I'm just trying to remember because I should have watched
I
the
have a
thing.
question.
Yes, sir.
Where did you leave your bag of holding? Would you have taken it with you to the
No, I
captain's
took it
room?
with
Okay.
me. Yeah.
Did the captain take horror's room?
Horror's
Yeah.
room. Horror's room was essentially just like a recharging closet. So no.
I think
Wait.
Brishen.
So their ship blew up or our ship?
Their ship.
So their ship was the one that was crashed. She destroyed your guys' Starjammer
Right.
to escape
Right.
Cass.
The core,
Um,
she like overloaded it.
Yeah,
So it's not like blown up.
but they're fixing it.
inoperable.
Oh, that's
Like,
right.
you
And
just
we're
have-
floating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
So
I was
however
thinking
amount of
pieces and
time-
smithereens.
So however amount of time we want you spend role playing, it takes about like a week to get you guys back to Sigil.
Oh my gosh. Well, didn't we tell somebody there was a problem?
Cool.
Shoot.
So the first day
Who has
after
attending?
Let me find out.
the first day, watch you like go through 7 days of like trying to draw it, and then on
Yeah,
the
not a
seventh day
single
you get it, and it's like land.
Down the horizon.
The first day after y'all's whatever happens, that morning after, I would go up to you.
Okay.
Can I see the bag?
Yeah. Why? What's up? I think everything's still in here.
Can I see it?
Sure. I hand it to you.
Grab the sword.
What the? Seriously? Rude.
He's looking for it.
You could have asked.
I put it back in. Can I have the sword, please?
Well, now I don't know why to give it to you because you were just grabby.
No one else is using it.
I know.
It's still rude.
Are you in your bed?
I apologize.
No, I'm probably out on deck right
You
now.
guys are at the meal where the galley serves automated food. There's no cook, but like food just comes out of the wall, and they only sell beef Wellingtons,
Oh,
lobster
God.
bisque, and
Ooh, I do like
Um,
this.
Cheese between cheese cracker sandwiches.
no, it's going to be.
Slices
Just
of
trying
cheese
to-
on a plate.
I'm just trying to remember what it's called.
The
Lunchables.
Brandy.
This meat is very round.
That is a Wellington. Is a Wellington that becomes a sandwich because it has a wrap on it. So
That's true.
it was encased at once.
Anyway, I will give you the sword of Cass.
Now remind me, we don't need. She took the name from the sword, right? What's her name?
The woman we made a deal
The witch.
with.
Tasha.
That would
Tasha.
say her name. No,
Yeah, no, that's done. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's all done. Okay,
Well,
cool.
Tasha's taking care of that.
From the scabbard, yeah. She
Yeah.
took care of that like
Mm-hmm.
a long time ago.
Okay. Yeah. I would like to maybe try to use this.
I would like for Paige to be entering now, sees how he'd be with food, and it's like, add some seasoning to yours, adjust yours a little.
Add seasoning to your Lunchable. Because Sword would definitely eat the Lunchables.
I
Like,
have,
what
like-
the fuck is this?
I have like 5 already eaten.
But I also like to imagine that Soren hasn't figured out that you peel back the plastic, so he's just
No.
been cutting
Yes.
into them.
Yes. 100%.
Sit down at the table, season mine and drew mine up a little. You have the sword?
Yes.
Are we in danger?
I mean, I don't think so. He kind of grabbed it first without asking, and so I talked to him.
Rude.
Yeah, I know. Thank you. Thank you.
If you
I thought we were
like, I
friends.
could have him keel haul.
Oh, I don't know if that's.
That sounds fun. What is that?
It's where we strap you to one end of the ship and then drag you across the bottom of the Astral Sea.
Okay, I'm down.
He would like that. So,
Doesn't seem like there'd be any friction.
You'd be surprised.
I
Yeah.
mean, I didn't see very many like barnacles or anything hanging to the.
Oh no, you got to keep your ship clean of barnacles.
Well, that's the whole point of keel hauling somebody is to have them scrape against the shellfish that have accumulated along the.
Not when there's no protections to the bottom of the boat and all the sea creatures come in. Well, astral sea creatures.
See, that makes more sense. I was thinking more literal.
anyways.
Yeah, he asked. He kind of took. He took the sword and then he gave back the sword and then he asked for the sword and then I gave him the sword.
Oh, okay. What plane you running, buddy?
I mean, well, one, none of us have ever like used it, so do we know that it's not like trying to do something to us? First off,
Okay.
second off,
Okay, that's
four arms.
understandable.
I'm
That's,
gonna have
have you ever held a sword in each arm at the same time?
yeah.
I want to see that sometime.
Okay.
Um.
Well, I mean, if I take this, then that just kind of happens.
Okay, and then if the sword is cursed, you're cool with.
I'll deal with it.
I mean, it hasn't said anything to. Well, it did, but I mean, it wasn't very compliment. I mean, it'll be fine. I'm sure.
I mean, let's look at this. Cass is a vampire, right?
Thing.
Yeah.
Or undead something, which
Something.
means he's probably more chaotic than you would be.
I think that's a fair assessment.
So maybe it didn't like you.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm the temperament that it's. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. I mean, things need to mesh well together, kind of fit together well.
Also, in defense of this, having it in a bag is something that he can steal. Having it with me, it like melts into me when I'm not using it.
Oh,
So I'm not saying it's impossible to take, like obviously you could kill me or whatever, take it, but like it's not just like laying around in a bag.
true.
Just a thought.
Could it
Okay.
affect you?
I don't know. We'll find out.
Speaking of, maybe we should put the rod pieces in your bag now that he already took your bag and he knows that things aren't in your bag.
That's solid, logically.
Yeah. I'm cool with you holding the sword then, and that makes sense that we put the rod pieces somewhere he's already looked. Right? That makes sense. That's a smart thing to
work?
do.
I mean, unless anybody has, a more secure way. I wish we could, put them in an extra dimensional space,
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
the
that's what your
bag
bag
holding.
is, isn't it?
but that is, invisible.
Oh, like no one
Space
can
is
get it.
invisible.
That
I've
sounds
heard of
expensive.
I've heard of things like little amulets and things that you can put stuff in.
Opening an extra dimensional space from anywhere, putting it in that, and then it's just always available wherever I don't know.
Have you joined us yet?
Magic has that.
Not yet, no.
I wonder if Free Shen would know how to do something like that.
That's a good question.
We should ask, because that's a good idea. Sorry, not to compliment you.
Why wouldn't you want to compliment me?
I don't know. I don't want to get snapped at.
I'm ignoring you.
Which is almost worse.
In fact, I'm looking at you and being like, "So how was your night last night?"
I mean, it was fine. I think
Aim just scoots back and then
You're really
walks away.
okay. You're really looking beautiful.
Well, you don't want to talk about
It's
it?
glowing.
I'm just saying it's rude. I'm just sitting right there.
It says we weren't gonna.
I feel like I've had a little too much to drink. So I don't know.
Who said we weren't
Are
gonna
you
have you
saying
in
that
the
keep your
conversation?
energy Because I will kick her
No,
ass.
no.
I don't care. She blew up our ship already, so I'm already on
Nobody
it.
took advantage of me. I just I'm not normally my demeanor, and
I was rooting for you.
it's fun.
Was it just a team? Or was it...
Listen, I just get cuddly, okay? Then I get up and walk away.
Oh. Oh, I'm following you.
It's a day.
You just get a whisper of knowledge from the sword of cast which you're holding while you do this, because you're technically attuning to it, I guess. That's kind of like, oh my God, it's going to be one of these.
Can I reply back to him?
Yeah.
Wait, who's going to be one of those?
This group is going to be one of those horny groups.
Are all groups not horny groups?
You know, for being mankind's greatest representation of penis envy, swords really don't like sex stuff. And then Black Razor kind of like leaks into your mind, I don't mind. And then the sword of cast is like, who the fuck is that?
You're gonna bicker.
Hey, you guys should get acquainted. Yeah.
Yeah, you go have your weird copulation conversation. I'm going to talk with this other sword. So what's your deal, man?
Who the fuck are you?
Get your sword to like talk him into the cast's been like
Black
neglect owner and
Black Razor and the Sword of Cast move to the Soren break room,
yeah.
where all the other souls hang out by the water cooler, and they're just gonna chit chat.
Just imagining tuning back into the conversation. It's like, it's not your fault, bro. It's not your fault.
Yeah, I mean, like, I just feel like my relationship with Vecna was just really toxic.
Yeah, it's
You
not
know
your
what I
fault,
mean?
bro.
Like,
Does that mean that the succubus is like the desk attendant there?
no, she's just always in the break room.
Oh, okay.
She is a succubus.
That's true.
We all know what her. Never mind.
Demeanor.
She only has to be there 1% of the time.
So can you tell me, we have 2 rod pieces? Is that right?
Currently, yes.
And how big are they?
Yeah, national
Hold on.
I believe it actually lists
5.5.
I mean, I guess
because each piece is a different length because they're like a puzzle.
and they emanate a magical energy, like a signature.
They are magical. Yeah.
Well, if somebody looked at them with detect magic, would they see them? Like if I had them in a pocket, would they see the energy?
Not in a pocket, technically.
Okay, so I just want to sew them into the lining of one of my jackets, or my main jacket.
Yeah, you could do that. You might want to hold off on the second one because you still need to find the third one.
And each piece
And we
leads
need
into
to-
the next one.
Yes.
I see what you're saying. Well, I'm gonna sew it in a way to where I could take them out. I don't want to put them in my bag. I want to.
I will say in a bag of holding, they would be safe from locate object and similar magics, where if they were sewed into your jacket, they would not be. So
It'd be like beacon.
in a bag of holding, they're safer from divination magics than they would be sewn into your coat.
And that's
I'm
a
just saying.
conversation.
Okay.
That's like a conversation that we're like cutting back to, that you just have like kind of narration over Brashen and talking. Brashen's kind of like doing a demonstration of the tarot decks and how they're like pointing to your pocket and then put them in the bag and the tarot reads nothing. And
Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe if you guys walk off, then I'll go to you because I'm gonna see. Do you have a better idea safety wise?
personally, I think they should be split up possibly, but I agree that your bag is one of the safest places given that you've tried it before.
Well, why don't I give you the first one? And then I'll hold on to the second one until we find the third one. And then that will go among the group.
Okay.
Or do you, I mean, I can hold the first one if you want the second one.
I don't want any particular thing. I think I was just like brainstorming it, and I like the idea of it being on my person rather than a bag that can be taken.
So
That
here's a
makes sense.
picture of
That
the
makes
rod altogether. This is like a hand grip.
Oh, okay.
So each one of these, like you see the lines, those are the pieces. So like they're varying
lengths.
And I do not know if this crystal is one piece and then the housing around
I
the
actually
crystal
think
is a
it's a
second
big
piece
thing.
thing.
I think
These
this is
pieces are
one
kinda
piece
big.
because when you see it as the individual piece, you just see this top part.
Yeah.
So I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Six,
6, 7.
It's
Okay.
a shame that you can't turn the pieces into something like wearable and like easy to take with you, like an
They
earring
kind
or
of look
something.
like bricks almost.
Like an earring that continued to like change shape.
It is
Right.
really funny. This is not anything to do with anything. I can't do this.
So I'm taking one piece of the rod, and I guess I will put it in my bag because it
Okay.
seems like that's the safest place.
So then I will remove rod of 7 parts first piece.
Just keep it on your character sheet for
Okay.
now, just so we have a reference for it. But like,
Okay. But we know you have it.
yeah,
Make a note then.
I was gonna say make a note of where it is, but keep them all in one place.
And then
Maybe.
you're keeping the other one in your bag, or do you have another way?
It's in my bag.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the first rod piece can be used to cast the commune spell
Mm-hmm.
once per day, and the second can be used to cast the arcane gate spell once per day. That's why I thought you were keeping that one.
Right. Okay. I
So-
would take that one unless you
Arcane Gate.
Sure.
Okay. So then I'll move that one. I'll note that you have that one. Perfect.
Okay, so anyone else want to have any conversations before the week is up?
Well, I guess I would wonder how people, if anything romantic would be happening, that I would be talking to people.
But we don't
about.
need to focus on.
Oh, I know. I depend on if I'm having conversation. I guess we're busy. We are repairing a fucking ship, so
And are we drifting too?
You are so like the first 2 days you are drifting, and then after that the Starjammer working,
Okay.
and then you are
Got
traveling through space. Now that you have a larger crew, you guys can travel 24/7, so it's a little bit faster.
Okay.
Is there a conversation between Paige and Jeltra at some
I
point?
think there has to be.
We don't want to focus on that.
I agree.
Kidding.
I agree that like us as like the people not involved probably should like it be ambiguous, but I believe these two characters should at least have a consensus of what has and has not occurred.
Maybe after the break, Jake and I will decide.
Yeah, I was
what
gonna say maybe as
exactly-
players figure out like,
Yeah.
what happened.
Yeah. I'm good with
And
that.
how many times Soren was involved?
Well, they have to decide.
He has so many mouths.
And hints.
Fair.
And a tail.
Prehensile tail.
I could grow a tentacle too if you wanted. I haven't said yet.
We will probably get there. Yeah, we'll get there. I think Jake and I need to hash some things out.
But at the end of the week, you see the form of Sigil in the distance. Have you spent any time with the broad piece?
yeah. I mean, because I at this point know that there's a way to access magic through them. So yeah.
Well, if you've communed with the second rod piece, you get a vision of this war-torn battlefield with all these metal like creatures and this mist, and you know for a fact that your next location is in Eberron.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I rush to you. I'm like, I think I had one of those visions. Oh, we're going to Eberron. Have you ever been there?
I'm
Wisconsin?
I don't think I heard Wisconsin. I don't think I know Eberron.
Was there cows? Interested?
No, it was like the end
From
of
where
the
she's
world.
playing normal playing cards with Michelle?
No, I think it was like the end of the world.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
Eberron.
Flipping over my next playing card, which should be an ace to complete a set, and instead it's like the tower, but all done up in like
You know, it's very frustrating to play
Steam.
cards with you. And she scoops all the cards back up.
I'm aware. As I pull the cards back in, it's the tarot deck. Like, I have a spare set. I'll replace yours. I'm sorry.
She pulls out her chess set, and then as she puts it down, they're just floating tarot cards where the pieces are. God Damn it, Brichen!
I have something really important to tell you.
I think
I think it's just jealous of other games.
Oh, okay.
I mean, he hasn't been this way except for he was spending so much time right next to Asarak. So I swear some of it's rubbed off.
Okay, what do I know about Eberron? Can I do a history check?
Let's do a history check, and then you are in Sigil, so there would be a library here if you want.
Oh, that's a natural one. Never mind.
I'd like to go to the library.
I know nothing.
Did we ever go to Eberron and Candlekeep?
Nope.
Okay, so Paige probably.
This group has
Wait.
never been to Eberron.
I thought there was like that down south one
Cholt?
where. Oh yeah, that's not.
Eberron's a whole other plane of existence.
I think it's on
And
planet.
Brishen would have never been there because it was material plane and he never made it to a material plane.
No. Would have been too easy to make it back. That had been the case.
Damn it. I've only heard of it in books, so perhaps books are the place to start.
I love a library. I'll go with you.
So being back in Sigil, is somebody going to go about contacting Yithrin as well?
I'll do that while they go to the library.
I'll go with Soren.
I'm avoiding Yithrin for now.
So Yithrin's on its way to no. So one of the wizards has arrived to bring you guys back to Yithrin from Sigil. While who's going to the library? Okay. Just give me just an investigation check.
Okay, so can I record?
You want to do investigation with wisdom instead of intelligence?
Or just like, I mean, I'm fine with persuasion or perception or arcana history.
I should be doing an investigation check.
I'll make an investigation check. Okay, so that was a 3 on the dice, so a 3.
But
12.
okay. I said it very low. So you spend a lot of time going like, I keep finding shit about cows.
So there's a roaring dairy industry. There's caves where they keep the cheese to age it.
No, I don't think that's gonna help.
So you find kind of like maps of Eberron and stuff like that. And you determine with the rod piece that you're heading towards a place called the Mournland. The Mournland is a ruined wasteland. Before the last war, a global conflict waged across the continent of Corvair for over a century. The Mournland was the nation of Cyre, Cyre. An apocalyptic event called the Day of Mourning destroyed Cyre and transformed the region. Remnants of the last war as a battlefield, such as the fire-spewing war machines known as Colossi, lie strewn across the Mournland, and Warforged wander the land.
Warforged wander the land.
Warforged are common to Corvair. These constructs are formed from wood and steel, then magically imbued with life and sentience. Warforged were originally created to fight in the last war, though many survived that conflict and now try to understand their place in the world.
Oh.
Of specifics, you learn that in the Mournland, magic doesn't always function as intended, particularly teleportation and divination.
What
She says very loudly in the
Right?
middle of the
You're
library.
joking.
Brishen looks up from like the atlas and he was looking at it, goes, teleportation again. I'm so sorry, there.
I promise you, when I helped you make your character, I had not realized how much teleportation shit was gonna be happening. I think this is the last of it. I think going forward,
Fingers crossed. We'll see. Okay, sorry.
Don't be
anyway.
zip-zipping about.
it was the perfect in-character reaction.
I'm just like squinting at this horrible tiny type.
Oh, but look, robot people. That's fun.
Yeah, hopefully, maybe they'll be on our side. You never know.
Well, we're going into a wasteland destroyed by destruction and war. I don't know if anything's going to be there.
That's probably also true. Okay, so we have this information. Is there a librarian here we should ask too?
No.
We got what we needed. We're feeling confident.
Here's a picture from one of the books. books. Showing art.
Are they picture books?
Broken War Machine.
Oh my gosh.
Poor babies.
To scale, you see that little gear near its like thigh bone?
No. Right here. This thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys, like a house would fit under that.
Oh, so these are like monoliths. Like,
Huge, huge, huge.
or like they're the
I don't know what Lord of the Rings are.
Like the Two Tower.
the
Mordor?
no
The treants?
Oh,
No.
the big statues.
statues. Yeah, that's the word. they have a word. I just can't remember. Or they have a name. I just can't
I
remember.
was like, are you talking about Mordor?
No.
Eventually, in this endeavor, you are joined by Friedhelm.
No.
Because I don't want to introduce a new NPC that is the librarian. And he's going over. You show him the bit about teleportation and divination, and he goes, "Actually, there might be a relevant tome." And he kind of like snaps his fingers, and a book flies towards him.
As someone gasps as it almost nearly hits their.
Or, I believe I have a. You're not able to find the exact location of the piece, correct?
It just said that. Oh, wait, I'm thinking about my vision. I just saw, this place that's probably the Mournlands.
It keeps pointing you towards a specific place called Mount Iron Rot.
Iron Rot.
It'll be particularly challenging to find in the Mournlands. However, if you were to find it here, and he shows you a picture of this like little steel ball, and it kind of looks like your professor orb at first, but it's called a docent.
Oh.
And I'm going to show you a picture,
Professor Scan.
but just look at the picture. Don't scroll.
Professor
down.
Docent.
Cute.
And show-
I like it.
So they're called docents. And if you were able to find one that's within the Mournlands itself,
Oh, I remember what
you might be able to use that along with your knowledge of the rod piece to find its specific location within.
So you're giving me the docent that's
No, you
gonna-
need to find one while you're there.
while I'm there. Oh, okay. Do they tend to be in certain places?
Well, they're highly sought after by Warforged, so they're incredibly valuable. So any that would have been found previously would either be incredibly expensive or in use by someone else.
Not for sale. Okay.
So you'll have to luck out and either find one or barter for one. I guess you could kill someone for theirs.
We'll try to avoid that.
I think that's
outcome.
what Tempest would do.
Yeah, probably. Okay, thank you
Thought,
for your help.
Given your patronage or parentage, that would be a solution you like.
Well, I mean, I'm trying to be like, one of the good guys.
Was this librarian?
Is it Friedhelm?
Oh, I'm sorry. This whole time I was like,
Who the
wow.
fuck are you?
Jesus Christ, is Tempest that famous, Daniel? I think I don't know this Tempest well, but I think that perhaps we have a different temperament in killing innocents.
Yeah, try to avoid it when possible. I know it's harder that way. I think that's why she does it. Anyway, are we done?
Well, yes, we should be about prepared. I sent back a message to the other casters, so we should be ready to move Yithrin to Eberron when needed.
Great, so we won't have to spend much time on the city. We can just go get
Yes.
the raw piece.
Are you avoiding Yithrin?
No, it's just we have so much to do in so little time. I mean, the universe is ending. It's good to find these things quickly.
Insight?
Against my persuasion, or
Persuasion or deception, depending on which one you're using. You don't have to tell me which.
okay, 22.
23.
God damn it!
No, not 20.
I got a 14. But yes, no, it's just
So what is he getting?
here. Absolutely, Brushen does not want to be anything for any second longer than he absolutely has to.
All right. Well, there's a lot of preparation to be made, so we could, I did need to pick up some arcane reagents. That should take up a lot of time, though, and I'm sure you're in a rush
Yes.
to get back.
To Eberron, yes.
Well, no. So, that's going to take some time.
Oh,
So, if you wouldn't mind accompanying me
of course. Wait, where?
to the magic shop
Sure.
here in Sigil.
Yes. Yes. Excellent.
So we'll meet you back there. I'll send word to have Tasha pick you up.
Okay, have fun.
He walks off for a bit and then kind of sits down at a not busy cafe.
Oh, yes. It's important that we.
Would you like to
gather
discuss
things.
what's wrong with Yithrin?
I don't think there's anything wrong with Eberron. It's a beautiful place, just not for me.
Let's be honest with each other. Me and you are quite similar.
Well,
You might not know this, but in my adventuring career, I was not particularly well liked by the party that I found myself with.
I mean, I'm an acquired taste, but many things
I've
are.
acquired it, and I would like to know what's troubling you.
There's, so much is wrong. So much. So much.
Is it your ex-paramour? Because he's not in Yithrin, he's back on Faerun.
Yes, but he could pop in at any fucking moment because he's so goddamn well loved here, and I'm happy for him for that, but that means that. No, it has nothing to do with.
The way we're moving through planes, we're not going to be stopping by Faerun anytime soon. There's no worry that you'll run into him. And if you do, I'll run interference. I'll banish the shit out of it.
Do that.
Well, it's just a minute. Long enough for you to get through a doorway and get up to a different room.
We don't need to go that far. I need to get over my insecurities at some point, but if I have the option to put that off as long as possible, I will take it.
You're in luck, and I write the schedules for all the adventuring parties, so I can nip that in the bud for you.
You can keep things separate.
Yes. The bookkeepers are incredibly busy.
Great name.
Well,
I have a name.
They're one of the more established groups that we're working with, so they're pretty thoroughly busy at Faerun.
Well, great. Then I think it would be prudent to rest in somewhere safe and with the resources that we need in order to research the next.
Do you need me to modify memory on the cat? Is he bothering you?
What?
I could make the cat forget his parents.
You think Maxie?
Yes, but I could do that if it's causing tension.
No.
Oh, okay.
He's got multiple sets of parents, and that would also be incredibly.
Well, I don't know how to entangle which sets. I'll just do all four.
Wow.
Well, that would clear up any. No, that's not.
Again, only I'm just offering, not saying I'm going to do it. I'm just.
I don't wish to take you up on that offer. But thank you. I appreciate the knowledge about the schedule and about the safety of that beautiful floating city that you've maintained.
So should we head back now?
Can I just meet you there after a glass of wine or something?
We could just have a glass of wine.
I could use a glass of wine. It's kind of better here, honestly. It's not but the altitude that changes the taste.
Okay. 2 coffees, please. He brings coffees and he transmutes them into wine.
Oh, yes, it's the transmutation.
Much
Like, takes a huge sack of gold out and, like, takes one and puts it on the table.
Friedhelm does the same.
Now I have 11,443.
Friedhelm has millions. He's incredibly rich.
So guys have all the luck.
Some guys get all the blame.
I mean, like, it's kind of funny because the Chili Chums have Friedhelm in charge of Yithrin. Like, they're in charge of Yithrin, but, like, Friedhelm has become incredibly wealthy off of Yithrin because he's, like, inessential seat of commerce and power within
Mild corruption.
It's not corrupt.
It's just knowing how to work the market. And when the price of grain is going up.
Yithrin has incredibly advanced magic tech that could be used for the betterment of the people for a small fee.
And somebody has to know how to operate the equipment.
Yeah. Okay, so eventually you guys all end up back in Yithrin. They move to the Mournlands. And this is an incredibly stylized photo of the Mournlands, but like it's like the Studio
Looks like
Ghibli
Vecna.
of Eberron.
Stylize me.
I mean, it looks like Vecna to me.
Mhm. I mean, there is that statue
Yeah,
right in
that's
the
true.
middle of Eberron.
Oh, did it not move?
No.
I moved the little player thing.
No.
Unless it's Vecna.
Or unless Hank's accidentally logged into the DM side, because that's possible. Because I didn't change it when we logged in.
I was never invited to the DM side.
Oh, I don't know that. Oh, there we go.
Ooh.
Oh, it's kind of a similar style to
The Mournlands.
Those are cool.
yeah.
Mount Iron wrought out skirts.
Skirt, skirt.
That's cool. I like the again that stylized.
Mm-hmm.
It also kind of reminds me of Iron Giant.
art.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So where are we at?
So you're down here at this like oval down here.
Starting point.
And then they're going all the way up there probably. Stupid mountains.
Could they put us closer to the mountain, bro?
Well, this is as close as we can get without adversely affecting Yithrin itself.
Why?
Hmm?
Why?
You don't have a concept of magical fallout. It's basically there's a lot going on down there.
That's what he said.
Okay.
Basically, there's a lot going on.
Okay, I'm geared up. How
I'm
big
just-
is the bag that is the bag of holding?
It's like the size of a satchel.
Like a messenger bag,
Yeah.
right? That's how I always imagined it, at least.
Okay, so I'm wearing that maybe under my armor, like flat against my back. No, not under it.
Well, your armor has to be pretty tight to your skin. So you could wear it over your armor under like a cloak or something.
Okay. I don't care anymore. Satchel. Maybe I've got it affixed around my waist somehow. A fanny pack, but I mean, it's really big. It's a big pack.
The bustle.
There you go.
The mouth is 2 feet in diameter.
There's a picture of one.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe I've affixed some sort of belt through that instead.
There's nothing saying that it couldn't be used as like a belt pouch.
Sure.
It would still be a pretty wide belt pouch. It's like a butt bag, like a bum bag.
Okay.
Don't sit on it. It's not going to be very comfortable.
It's on my side.
All right. Well, last stop, Eberron.
Last stop.
Well, we don't know where we're going next.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Do they drop us on the ground or?
They use like one of the little ships to land you on the ground. Anyone familiar with magic would know, like, the way they move Yithrin, if they were to move it into the Mournlands itself, there's a very real chance they would not be able to get it out again.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why they're like, this is as close as we can get you.
Yeah, geared up. I
You start
guess I
walking.
might be like, what?
I'll say I start walking.
Yes, I follow you.
Joker turns into a horse.
Sorry.
The horse.
We're discussing things.
Oh.
We're discussing.
Should we take a break?
Nope, you're good.
Brushen tucks a book into his pack and follows suit.
Grab myself
Soren,
an
as you crunch, I don't know what word I'm trying to say.
Crunch. There you go.
Ahead of everyone else, you feel a familiar kind of like whisper of energy into the back of your head. So I've been talking things over with the denizens of your kingdom.
Oh.
Mhm. Who is this talking?
This is sort of Cass.
Okay.
And my original depiction of you may be incorrect.
Is that good or bad?
You seek to destroy Vecna
Yeah.
and undo all of his plans.
Yeah.
Remove all works of his from the face of the earth.
Yeah.
And there's a very real chance you will run into my master again.
Uh-huh. Do you want that or do you not want that?
I am unsure as to his machination. I feel, after talking with Black Razor, that he may be wishing to just become Vecna. I don't think that's anything we want. I believe we've grown different in goals. Well, you know how it is. You spend a century with someone, you think you know them, and then you spend a couple centuries apart, and you come back together, and they're like a different person.
Centuries, couple weeks, yeah, sure.
So, I'm willing to do this if you are.
Do this as in like work together?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think.
You're not gonna like make me hurt my friends, are you?
Only if they give in to the Lich.
I think we'll be fine.
We need to destroy the hand and eye. Ooh, and that damn book.
There's a book?
Yes, we'll get into it. But,
Okay.
that being said, and you are taken to a liminal space where you kind of have this like, kind of like inky black version of like, it's definitely Cass, but it's the features are blurred,
Yeah.
and where his face would be, you see the hilt with that like red gem of the
Okay.
sword of Cass. Do we have a deal?
What's the deal?
We work together. Destroy Vecna, and you don't like do Vecna stuff.
Oh yeah, we got a deal.
Very well. Oh, the succubus said that I should try and get 1% of your soul,
That's not gonna happen.
so that's just not on the table.
No.
I'm just saying it would be nice to have a share.
She's gonna hopefully be losing her share.
Just saying,
Don't tell her that.
if we're going to be investing in this partnership, I just feel like I'm giving a lot.
If 1 year from now she hasn't either lost her percent or we haven't killed Vecna, you can have 1% of my soul. 1
You
year.
do realize that I currently have your consciousness trapped in a liminal space. I could just keep you here for a year.
Yeah,
Rude.
I trust you though.
How strange. Well, let's see what we can do together. And I'm going to need you to make a series of D100 rolls to figure out the unique properties that Cass has with you as a
Oh
character.
my god.
And don't tell him that your other party member has a lich in their chest.
I don't
He
know.
only worries
cares
about
about
one
Vecna?
lich.
I don't know about the lich in your chest.
What?
Paige doesn't have a lich in his chest.
No, he doesn't.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
just an itch.
Uh-huh.
Alright, so 100.
D100s.
Did you say yet?
74.
First off, first minor beneficial property.
Hold on, I have to write these down too.
Yeah.
Give me a second.
And some of these I will have to figure out at a later date. Like the first one that you rolled is
Do we just want to do this later?
No, because I want to see if you get anything fun.
95?
There you go.
It's just the first one is you get the ability to cast a second level spell, but I have to pick it. I have to look at the second level spell.
Are you making any like outward like body language that you're having this conversation in your head?
I don't know.
I mean,
This is all happening in between steps.
In between steps.
Well, and how quickly is it happening too? Because I mean, it could be like thoughts happen more instantaneously than
I'm
actual
keeping
conversation
notes,
does.
so you don't have to worry about
Okay.
Okay.
I just want to be. I'm keeping careful eye on
Second
him
roll?
because of the.
Well, I mean, so that's a good point though. Like, is there any outward?
it. Not at this moment.
Okay.
Like you were definitely talking with him while you were walking, but
Yeah.
this is happening in an instant.
Okay. 69.
Whoop, whoop.
I mean, it's gonna be another spell. You want to re-roll?
Yeah. 87.
Okay, that's a 7th level spell, so we'll keep that.
Okay.
Well, I'm just saying that's pretty nice.
Can I even do that though?
It comes from the sword.
Now you can.
Secrets. Don't.
So you can cast the spell. After you cast the spell, you roll 1d6. On a roll of 1 to 5, you can't cast it again until the next dawn. So like they're basically once a day.
It's like
spells.
legendary action. So,
Yeah.
Okay.
Now for detrimental properties, roll a d100.
38.
38. While attuned to this artifact, you are physically ill and have a disadvantage on any ability check or saving throw that uses strength or constitution.
Wow.
Oh,
Physically ill.
interesting.
See that? Ooh.
Okay.
That's why they call him Cast the Destroyer.
I guess.
Cast the Destroyer.
It's betrayer.
I know. It's like I said it like 3 times. I was like, I'm gonna see how long I'm gonna.
Now
do this.
d100.
Excuse me.
I keep getting 36.
36.
Do you want some dice to roll? Would you prefer?
1.
The artifact dilutes magic potions within 10 feet of it, rendering them non-magical.
No.
Okay. So hold on though. It's gonna be inside me most times.
It says while attuned, so like when it sort of cast is removed.
Okay. So when it's out. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. Because I usually don't keep potions on. I don't have anything on me.
Okay, but we might be within 10 feet of
No, I know.
So
So
they might try and feed you a potion.
well, if I pass out though, I unfuse. So if I passed out, I'm fine.
Okay.
But like you can't give me that.
All right.
It's fine.
This will be interesting.
Secrets.
Do you want to re-roll your minor property because that is pretty bad for you?
Sure. 50.
While attuned to this artifact, your appearance changes as the DM decides. You look like a vampire now.
Okay.
Definitely vampiric, pale skin, fangs, red eyes.
Okay.
Why did you get hot all of a sudden? It's been a while in the shadow. Okay.
There is a explosion of black energy that swirls around for a second, Soren, before the sword of cast disappears.
What?
And
Did he just take it back?
No, I think it. I
What?
feel like I fused with it.
You look like
if
shit.
you have a spot
Yeah.
for it, yeah.
It. You know how when I'm not normal, like I have weapons and stuff.
And you only look like a vampire while you're in that.
Yeah. I think it went there.
I don't know if I follow.
He ate the sword. Professor Scamp, who's been here the whole time, says from behind Zephyr.
Wait, do we suddenly have memories of Professor Scant having been here the entire time?
He's been here the entire time. It's on Helena's character sheet. I just keep forgetting that he's floating around behind Helena all the time.
I'll spend a soul point and like fuse, and then so I have a third arm. And is it there?
Yeah, an arm comes out, and then slowly from nothing, the sword appears.
You mean I could have done that?
No, I don't think you can. I think it's because I can do that normally.
Oh, well, yeah, I can't grow a third arm.
How do you feel? You look terrible.
Your
Oh.
eyes are red.
What?
Why are your fangs sharp, Soren?
I think.
The better taste you with?
Am I a vampire now?
Yeah.
Oh,
It
yeah.
looks
Yes.
like it.
Well, I mean, if you feel like drinking blood, that would be preferable.
What?
Wait, what?
I'm just saying, I enjoy watching people feed.
Are you
in that
talking to
way.
your sword?
Yeah.
Should I include everyone in the conversation?
Sure.
I'm just saying how I like
God
to
damn
watch
What?
people drink blood. Hello. Pleasure to be on the team. Black Razor said you guys are all really fun.
What is it with this group just bounding into people's heads?
Black Razor talks well. I mean,
You know what?
I'm trying to
When you
figure
have
out-
like 1,000 souls in your brain talking to you, then we can talk, all right?
Yeah, I have one, and it's already too much.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm
Is there a
glad
kill
I don't
switch?
have that. Yeah.
Yeah, is there a kill switch to all this? In case you.
I think if I get rid of
Right.
it.
Hi, Sword of Cast. Welcome to the team. Thank you for your assistance and for not immediately trying to kill us. Hopefully, Soren's put together something that will make us a good partnership and not victims shortly.
The sword of cast kind of tugs and like does that whole like sword tip in, like, all right, team, let's do this together. You should get Black Razor out for this.
What is he doing? What's happening?
The Black Razor comes out and is like, all right, team,
we
let's
moving?
do this.
Hands in.
I have seen it all. I have seen it.
On three,
Ten of swords.
on
I put my tip of my dagger
My
in.
hex
I put
blade in
I put
there.
a mental dagger, a purple mental dagger. In.
on three, let's all kill Vecna. 1, 2, 3, let's all kill Vecna.
I have seen it all.
Can I put you away now?
Me.
I mean, if you're in that much of a hurry.
I'm really glad Vecna can't see us because, like, he would not be intimidated.
That's true.
I'm not necessarily in a hurry, but like you're gonna go away in a little bit anyway, unless I like redo this. And if we're gonna have to fight something, I want to save whatever.
Right, I mean, if it's that much of an inconvenience.
It's not an inconvenience. It's just
It's fine, it's fine. We were like bonding and I was meeting the team and I was rude before, so like I was hoping to
I think
Get
they
to
think
know
you're
people.
weird now, though.
well, they definitely think you're weird because I'm
Well-
not talking to them.
Yes, but
Are you talking to the sword still?
yes.
So
I walk-
we
I
have
walk
to
off.
go to Eberron in turn to follow.
Oh, I figured I was still walking.
Well, you guys are in Eberron, walking through the Mournlands.
Well, we had to stop to do the.
Well, that-
yeah. So from that, I've walked off.
I'll follow Jeltra.
I will trudge at the back of the group. Yes, Paige.
Are
I'm not going to kill you.
okay. It just felt rude to ask.
I have no desire to kill you, and neither does the sword. Neither do Black Razor does, but he just wants to kill everyone. Sword.
True that.
We need another name for you besides Sword of Cast,
You can just call me Cass
but you're not Cast.
or Squass.
Squass.
Socket?
Sock.
Cass.
Sockets?
Sock.
Sock.
Sword of cast.
Sock.
Sock.
That's fine. Whatever.
Okay.
Socktober.
There.
Sword of Cast the Betrayer.
He's got a nickname. Sock.
Ooh. Why don't I be Razor Black?
You're not black though, isn't it? White.
No, he's
No, he's
definitely
black.
Black. I thought
Yeah.
it was white. Right? Oh,
No.
Gabbard is white. What
No.
am I thinking of? I think Sock is better.
Sock.
Nope.
He doesn't want to kill us. He wants to kill Vecna. So as long as
Yeah, there's the
we're
sword.
moving towards killing Vecna,
Swap.
then we're good.
Okay. If you know.
Although we do have to do that within a year
That's pretty.
when he gets part of my soul. So just
What?
on the table.
What? Okay.
I already only own 99% of my soul anyway, so
I
I don't know any
What
of
did I
this
get
I've walked
myself
on.
mixed into?
I'm just really glad I haven't ever made a deal with the devil. Or
You guys have to stay pretty close to each other
Yeah.
because like this entire area is covered in mist,
Okay.
so you can barely see very far.
No,
I'm
I,
at-
like,
I'm
I
at the
kept
edge of
I
that.
kept walking, but like I'm at the back now.
Okay.
I am listening, carefully, assessing.
All of the mist here makes the rod piece almost useless for tracking. Any kind of divination or anything used, even your cards get kind of like confused by this mist.
Locate object?
You can attempt it, but like it literally just doesn't. Like you get like there's an item within 502 feet of you at the same time.
Oh, okay.
So it's mostly used. Even if you try and like scry an object, like I'm holding an apple in my hand, locate object apple, it still gives you
That way.
inconsistent
Okay.
information.
So we're walking through a dense fog and we have a vampire in the party. Are we going to Barovia or something?
I mean, we'll probably look pretty scary to anybody who comes along us, so that's a plus.
I don't think you look like a vampire anymore, do you?
If you put
Mm.
away the
If you put
sword.
away the sword.
Oh, so it's only when it's out.
It's up to you. I'll allow you to make that decision.
Sure. Let's say when it's out, I look like that. Like when I'm actually actively using it. So then, yeah, right now, no. Is it gone? Do I still?
Oh no, I guess it's gone.
yeah, it's gone.
Yes,
Your
you're
eyes do
10%
look
less
better.
hot.
Right. You know.
Cass,
No.
Rushen,
Sock.
Paige,
Alec?
Dallas.
Alaric. It's like you and my other friend Alaric would really get along.
What makes
Like
you
you're
say
almost-
that?
I would stab you. Ah,
Have we come across anything that looked like the remains of those metal?
Oh, all over. But nothing like you'll see like a finger here, like a I mean like it's like this entire area is just war torn. Like
How are we supposed to?
we're going to
find-
take a quick break, if that's okay.
hi.
Oh,
Bonsoir.
hi there.
Didn't see you there.
Still don't see you there. I'm looking at a camera.
Kicked it right there.
Rude.
Is anyone watching?
Jake's been talking about us like we're not in the room the whole time.
Who are these people?
You're not my dad.
Well, that's John. That's Sarah.
All right,
Rachel.
who's taking point as you move through the Mournlands?
I think I probably went first because I left.
All right,
I left
make
the
me
conversation.
a survival check.
Oh,
with
shit.
Disadvantage.
Okay.
I'll assist.
I'm near the front too.
I'm gonna do these guys.
Well, if you're getting assistance, then that counteracts the
Straight?
disadvantage. So
Okay.
it's straight.
Ideally single.
22.
Okay.
22.
And then roll 2d4.
Okay,
What?
what? That's weird.
3 and 1.
So about 4 hours into your traveling, you come across. I have an art handout. I love them so
Yay!
much.
You
Visual
come across
aid.
our handout. Ooh.
This feels very.
Spooky.
Why are we on the wish list to me?
Right? Yes.
You spot a band of 5 bipeds walking single file across a distant ridge.
Ooh.
What can we
I'll
discern?
put my hands up to try and get everybody to stop.
Stopping behind Jildra.
What does their clothing tell us about? who they are?
From this distance, all you can really see of their clothing is like they're like wrapped in like scarves and cloaks that are like very ratty and scraps of cloth. You assume these are the Warforged that you read about because they seem to be walking suits of armor with like wood and metal bits.
But they're not huge.
No.
Do we hear anything of their movements?
It says distant ridge, so you could move into like perception of each other.
Mhm.
Well, if that's who we're looking for, then perhaps we should get their attention.
might be helpful. Who works best with constructs?
I mean,
do we need to assume that they are different because they're constructs?
You grow arms.
Yeah.
We still accept you.
No, but I'm like, why are we treating them different because they're constructs?
I'm just wondering if anybody's got any extra or, experience with them that might know better.
I will take flight and do like a swoop toward them and kind of gauge their reaction to me.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
that won't be intimidating at all. Devil woman flies out of the sky.
I'm doing my best.
She does a fly sweep.
Crossbow bolt.
They are definitely like they scramble upon seeing you, but like when there's no like they know you saw them, so when there is no attack, they kind of like calm. Do you like land amongst them?
Do they look armed?
Yes, but in the way that like you're moving through like a blasted wasteland that probably has monsters in it.
Okay. They're
not brandishing weapons.
Sure. I will land. I would try to land at least 20 feet away.
This is not exactly what they look like, but this is just a picture of a warforged in case you are not familiar.
Cool.
Thank you.
So cool.
Oh, Richard.
Why is he sad?
He's not sad.
He's got a frown right
That's
there.
just his face.
The face.
Okay, so he's got resting bitch face.
Why is he frown?
RSA.
So I'll land 20 feet away and I'll kind of. Hello, do you speak common?
Yes.
Oh, cool. You never know, and you're in a new place.
Are you from?
Yeah, we're from another place. I've got some friends not
So
too
you're not-
far behind me.
So what brings you to the Mournlands?
Well, we're looking for some things that may have gotten lost here. Actually, I've heard something that might be kind of hard to find here. A docent. Do you guys have those?
Make an insight check.
La 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 la.
I'll assist from a distant ridge.
Yeah. Like, I wish I could.
I mean, you could turn into a bird and flew after her.
That's true.
Wait, she went alone?
Yeah.
Oh, I missed that. I would have gone with her, just so she's not alone. I'll stay back though. I'm gonna let you interact with her.
Oh, okay.
Just
I didn't mean to
You
like ditch
follow
you
her.
guys.
She
I
flew.
just
Yeah, I grow wings.
So you just land and then your wings disappear?
No,
Or
I
you
keep my
them
wings out.
Okay. What else is going on with you, or is it just wings?
Just wings.
And what do they look like? Do they look like flesh, like
No,
they
they
usually do?
Like flesh wings.
Yeah, you said that your wings are made out of liquidy flesh.
Well, like bat slate type wing.
Oh,
Flesh.
no,
Not
like demonic wings, like her.
Yeah, but not like demonic colored.
And are you going as well as a bird?
Nope.
Okay.
I can stay back.
What was your
I
insight
didn't
roll? I'm
mean
sorry.
to ditch you guys. 16.
She definitely reacts to that word.
Okay.
Oh, what are your intentions with finding these docents? And again, her pretending like she doesn't know what it is very obvious to you.
Well, we really don't even want to like keep it. We just want to use it to help find something out here, because it is kind of a vast land. And then we'd probably leave it here, with whoever might use it afterwards.
Are there more in your group?
Yeah, I've got a few friends way back there, so is it okay if I bring them up here to you guys? I would love to talk to you more.
Why don't we meet? And she kind of points towards a gully there, and we can have a proper conversation.
Great! I'm Zephyr, by the way.
Mercy.
Mercy. And we shake hands. Cool. Mercy. All right, I take flight and return to you guys.
There you go.
Passing Soren, I guess. Oh, you were okay. They seem cool.
I'm gonna. So from where we're at, like, where's the gully at in relation to us?
Like a 20-minute little hike for both parties.
And I
You
can see
follow
like
them?
how they would get down. I'm gonna fly back over to our party, but then I want to kind of fly a little more and try to like shadow them.
Okay.
Do I see you?
I would tell you in the mental chat.
Oh, have we established a mental chat?
One time when we said we do it every day.
That's true. Every morning upon waking, mental chat is.
Like that, like watching before.
Every morning upon waking, mental chat will not be breaking.
Yay!
So I get back to you guys. They seem cool. They agreed to meet us down in that gully. They definitely know about docents, but I wouldn't necessarily say they have any on them.
I wonder if it's some kind of sacred artifact to them. That they're
They reacted to it, so.
I think they're trying to.
protective of it. Yeah.
Yeah, they're trying to be on the DL about it. I guess that's true. When things are rare, everybody gets really cagey.
Are we gonna try to barter and trade for one, or find one out in the nature?
I mean, there's no reason why we can't perhaps hire the owner of one to guide the way.
Like rent one?
Yeah.
Well,
I
and
think
plus,
so.
keep in mind, you guys don't know per se what'll happen to the docent.
That's true. We do not.
Okay.
I wouldn't imagine it would mean it would be destroyed. Would we?
You don't know for certain. Like,
So we're
you're
just going in
doing
with
something
the
it's not
assumption.
intended to do, so you're not sure if you would be able to give it back, if it requires one of them to even use. Like, it might even be like you're not exactly sure how docents work. It might even require one of the Warforged to take the rod piece.
Okay. We have to learn more about the culture.
And they
So
said
this meeting is great.
that way.
Yeah, I start making my way towards where
Follow.
we agreed.
So eventually you make it down to a little camp. Mercy's, there's 5 Warforged altogether, Mercy included. They have built a fire. It doesn't look like it's for them, though.
Aww.
I'll start warming my hands.
Hello. These are my friends. I introduce everyone.
Thank you so much for taking our comfort into consideration.
You seem fresh-faced, well-rested. You haven't been in the Mournlands long.
Nope. About a day. A little less.
I will take my wounds away.
Huh. I'm Mercy. If it's all right, I will speak for my group.
Of course.
There are many within the Mournlands who cannot be trusted.
I think we understand that.
And we are to understand that your group can be.
We are pilgrims. We search the Colossi for artifacts important to our people. We mean no one any harm.
Insight.
Scholars, then.
Pilgrim.
I get advantage on insight, right?
Yes.
Oh,
On your- on
actually,
your
yes, we
neck.
do.
I say, can I
Oh
help?
yeah, shoot! I was making a joke, but hooray! Okay, that's better. That's a 24.
She seems cagey as to what the artifacts are, but like you have no reason to disbelieve them. They are dressed like
Pilgrims.
yeah. What is the name for somebody making a pilgrimage?
Pilgrim.
Historians too. 'cause they're
Missionary
collecting
doesn't
these.
seem.
Marauder.
No, so you ask them if they're scholars. It's like, no, we have no wish to retain these things for historical value.
Oh,
What do you do with them?
We hold them. We
Do you sell them? Do you
no,
barter them,
no.
trade them?
Is it like an honorary thing?
We consider them sacred. These are sacred artifacts that we are collecting from the dead.
You're guarding them.
In a sense, they are ours, our people's.
Are you related to them?
Are you not familiar with the last war?
We are
Was-
not.
Not from here.
Yes.
Are you not from Eberron?
No.
Oh. Well, in that case, our people, the Warforged, and the Colossi were made in much the similar way. You could consider the Colossi cousins,
Hmm.
our people. an offshoot of our species, less intelligent, but still they are our dead. We search the battlefield for what is essentially soul companions, I believe is the closest term in common.
Like pieces of their soul.
It is confusing to translate.
Would it be similar to a docent?
It would be similar, yes.
Perhaps we can make this as clear as possible on our end. There's great trouble happening in the universe outside of here, which is clearly a place already in great trouble. And
You speak of other planes there is trouble, or other planets, or
Yes.
other
yes,
continents? I'm struggling with the scale.
All the above.
existence.
We
And
are quite isolated here.
I fear it will reach even the most isolated corners if it's let to spread.
We thought the blades were a problem.
The what?
There is a group of Warforged. They are loyal to the Lord of Blades. If we are peaceful pilgrims, they are warlords.
Hmm.
There are also humans, remnants of the army of Seer, that also seek the docents for monetary gain.
What do you guys use them for?
We keep them sacred.
Oh,
Think of it as if you had a dog, but that dog fused with your very soul and became a companion that felt all of your memories and experiences with you throughout your life, and then upon dying became dormant. That is how we view these objects.
Oh. So if one of these items were to be used or expended
Or sold.
or sold, then that would be a desecration of the soul.
That is our belief, yeah. And as you can see, the humans did not treat our kind particularly kindly.
I am so sorry.
You have the look of a druid?
Yes.
I'm sure you have felt no trace of the natural world since you've entered here.
It has felt very desolate.
Worse than the worst wasteland.
why don't you guys leave? Do
There's work to be done.
you would just do
Docents
this
to be
forever?
found.
And then perhaps it is fortuitous that we found you. I mean, if this is something that we're required to interact with, you can perhaps show us how to do it without desecrating or harming.
There is a heaviness to Mercy. There is something that she is holding back, that she's not quite ready to discuss amongst even her other members. As she goes, there's ruins of a town, Lalos. Find us there, and we can see if we cannot assist you with your mission. I feel, unlike most of the organics that we have met within the Mournlands, your mission might truly be important. It is very clear to me that if you would wish to harm us, you are very capable of it.
Unfortunately.
And it has been centuries since a druid has come.
Glad to have met you.
Please don't be offended by this question.
Oh,
I
God.
will do my best.
Maybe I should say, I hope that I'm not
I mean no
offending you
offense.
by this question. These docents seem sacred to you, and you're related to these bigger ones. Do you have your own docents?
We have If we were to create a new docent, then yes, perhaps. But we personally hold the docents as you would hold a gravestone or a funeral urn, I believe is the organic equivalent.
I see.
So, what do people use the docents for then when they buy them?
There are plenty of Warforged who would seek the power of a docent and pay handsomely for such. But there's even more who would pay to collect them. They are historical or valuable.
Hmm.
Outside of a Warforged's hands, they are not particularly powerful, but there are still plenty who would love to see our people put back in their place.
Hmm. So if you don't have a docent and you take one in, do you gain what the other person had?
They are tools. I mean, they were created for war. The docents themselves are sentient. They are not objects. They are as much alive as we are.
Sure.
Wow.
So if a docent chose to bond with me, as it were, I would not forsake it. However, again, we wish to keep them safe from those who would use them for nefarious means. We do not want to see our people put behind glass or forced into service.
Sounds like enslavement.
It does.
A history we know well.
We shall find you in this place. What was the name? Lalos?
Lalos. You can know it by its prominent windmill. That is where we are returning. And as I said, if we can help you, we would be willing. It is rare that we meet organics sympathetic to our cause.
Why not travel together there then? Or do you have other stops to make?
You seem to be heading towards one of the Colossi.
Is it possible that we might come upon a docent?
If you do, we would much appreciate it if you brought it to us.
Noted.
Be wary. The Mournlands are hard to navigate. So we will wait for you to arrive. If you have not within 3 days' time, we will go back to our mission.
Is there a trick to navigating these lands more easily?
Have a docent?
I see the conundrum.
You get the feeling, especially with your high insight, it's if we go back to Lalos and you guys show up like in peace, that will prove that you had good intentions. But if we tell you where we're at and you show up like guns a-blazing, we can then ambush you. And like we're in a place that we understand the topography. Like it's one of those things is like she is extending trust.
Yeah.
But it's like, well, I'm
Only
not going to
so far.
show you where our house is.
Yeah. 100% fair.
If you find us, cool.
Prominent windmill.
Continue
I
travel.
think we'll continue our search and see you in Lalos.
Is
In
it
3 days.
is it late in the day right now? Like, should we camp at the
It's super
fire?
hard to sell. You've only been traveling for 4 hours.
Okay. I
Um,
just don't want to like disrespect their effort of making a campfire and be like, okay, thanks, and then leave.
no, it's fine. They made it because like this is what organic's like.
Yeah. Like we sit around the fire and speak.
Yes.
Yeah.
They also spend some time like anything you guys have that you don't need, like rope, Titans, climbing gear, stuff like that. They will kind of like barter for that.
Okay.
They have like outside food that they don't need and like water that they don't need. So they will like trade for that because you found absolutely no food whatsoever, no water whatsoever. I'm assuming you guys came prepared, but like they will like, you know, like barter for things they need for stuff they don't. So, but we don't have to worry about the nitty gritty of that. But it's just a thing that they're obviously in need of supplies. So if you were to show up in Lalos, like after like going back to Yithrin, picking up a bunch of stuff that they need and bringing it to them, that might be a good gesture. But it's up to you guys.
Okay. Do I, as they're leaving, or if we remain around the fire, I want to put my hand to the ground, and do I feel anything?
You've never felt a more dead place. Well, I guess the shadow, like when you were in the plane of the dead, it was more dead. But
That was super dead.
basically, you guys are in Chernobyl. This is nuclear fallout, but
Got
from
it.
a magical
Okay.
perspective.
Okay.
That's what you're in. Except, actually, funnily enough, nuclear fallout doesn't affect plants, but this one did.
So strictly worse Chernobyl.
Yeah.
It was like
Fallout. You know what I mean? Like you're in the fallout wasteland where like just nothing, even if you come across a tree, it doesn't feel like a tree at all. Like it's been worked beyond.
these are the carnivorous traits.
Not yet. So you guys come across your first colossi while moving. We'll say you cross a river and come across this one over here.
Woohoo!
Can we inspect it?
Well, I was gonna hang on. What was once a massive bipedal war machine made of stone, metal, and wood now lies in ruin. Fragments of the mechanical titan lie scattered about, each piece as big as a barn.
I mean, I know they said they were huge, but I don't know that I expected this.
This is even one of the smaller ones. When you were on the ridge, you saw bigger ones than this one.
I mean, perspective, though. It's like so far out.
Does anybody feel anything here?
Thing.
Small.
Detect magic.
Guidance.
Detect
Technically,
guidance.
everything in the Mournlands is magical. The mist itself is magical. So it's kind of like trying to see through it. Like, I would like to see a door through a wall. So that's kind of like where you're at. But you can spend some time investigating if you would like.
Yes. I would like to investigate.
If somebody would like to make an intelligence investigation check for the group.
Can I make a perceiving check?
No.
Can I make a medicine or perception check?
No.
An investigation check?
He wants the intelligent character to make an investigation check.
I don't care which one.
Somebody needs to roll the dice.
I could not if we want.
Do it.
Please.
I keep
Roll.
trying to get
You're the smartest character.
22.
Okay.
He's got a +9.
Yeah, smart.
On a successful check, you determined that this Colossus's docent is definitely gone. Like you find where it would have been based on her previous research, and it has been removed. Smaller, fresher blueprints have been made by lighter bipeds meander aimlessly about the wreckage. It's impossible to discern the aim of these lighter bipeds from the tracks alone. And somebody else has been here recently.
Are there any near where the docent was?
I'm like climbing in through it and like, and then from inside it, you just hear, it's gone.
Oh, God. Okay.
I'm gonna fly and like kind of follow the footsteps for a bit and see if I can see anybody up ahead.
It's too hard to see with the mist.
Did the footprints move in a certain direction?
No, they meandered much like you.
Okay. But like from this site, we don't
You
see them
can't-
going off.
You
Okay.
can't be sure.
Okay. Is there anything else of use that might be found on the Colossus? I mean, I hate to cannibalize this thing, but I mean, we're in a pretty desolate.
If you're in an area where you're thinking about Mercy and her group, there are like identifiers on the Colossus, like it's like designation and stuff. Like those are things that you could spend some time removing that they might like. You know what I mean? Like in the same way, like you come across a dead soldier,
Yeah,
like their personal effect.
I want to do that.
So you might do that for some time.
Yeah, I
Okay.
would like to do that.
While they're doing that, I'm going to like perimeter.
Can I roll survival to see if I can recognize what species the boot prints would belong to?
Sure.
14.
They're definitely not Warforged.
Okay.
So they're humanoids. Based on the size of their feet, they're somewhere between like elves and elves. They're probably not dwarves who have much larger feet, and they're definitely not like halflings or gnomes. It could be a tiefling, it could be an Azamar. Like there's too many things that are roughly human shaped.
Anything medium.
Yeah. I mean, they could be tabaxis wearing boots. Like it's impossible to tell. Yeah.
Paige, give me your foot.
Your I don't remember what it's called. Does your knee go back or does it go forward like a human's?
I think it goes forward.
I think it goes forward. Yeah.
Okay. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Mhm. So yeah, Jeltra and I are trying to.
Remove any of the identifying parts. If we're doing that, I'm staying as far opposite from you as I can.
Oh,
Oh.
Don't worry about it.
I feel like did anyone else in the group notice that tension?
You're just trying to stay away
I'm
from
an
each
intuition
other?
machine.
I'm
So,
staying away.
Why don't we give it an intuition on your part, and then are you guys trying to hide that behavior, or is it pretty obvious?
Paige is a little confused. Not a little. Paige is, after a moment, confused.
I'm trying to notice that just because.
Go ahead and give me an
It's
insight.
jumped out. I mean,
Yeah.
21.
What does a 21 get him?
Do you see that Jeltra is not making eye contact with Paige and trying to stay as far apart as possible? Just like maybe even giving her back to him or just
And then Paige
Oh.
seems confused by that, right?
I don't know what Paige feels. I know what Jeltra's
Well, Paige.
And
seems-
Paige is confused and is like, oh, okay. I guess I'll, and then just like mirrors.
I got this.
Yeah, but hold on. And then he tries to like climb up and in and over. It's like trying to help Jeltra.
No, well then I'll get this side if you're gonna get this side.
He's such a show off, right?
I know, right? Thank you.
Both of your swords go. Ooh.
what?
And they explain the situation to you, Soren.
Just trying to gently pry off whatever I can.
Paige, it looks like there's a number panel over here if you wouldn't mind giving me a hand.
Sure. Pitter patter.
Paige, there's no number panel over here. What the hell's going on with the druid?
If you know, I would love to know.
Trouble in paradise? Did you scorn her?
How quiet are you guys?
I'd be
Mental
throwing
chat,
my
maybe?
Where I can hear?
No, because
Oh, no,
remember,
they
he
can
relays
they can
everything.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like, all of you can
That's
talk
fine.
directly
That's
to
fine.
Paige,
Oh,
you
that's
just can't talk
3 to
directly
5.
to each other.
Oh, no.
well, yeah, God, Paige is so busy all the time.
I know. Oh my god.
Well, because Paige literally has to, like, relay the thoughts. Like, they all come through. We say it's a chat room, but it's really, like,
A relay
switchboard.
His brain moves so fast. He's just the interpreter for everybody.
I mean, you've just gotten so used to, like,
Yeah,
as soon
you
as
can
you get a thought,
As soon
just
as you hear
sending
the
it
thought,
out to
sending
everybody
it out to
else.
everybody else.
And I can highest intellect character at a 16.
Can I imagine that you have impressions of everybody? So, like, as you're hearing the message, you're like,
I think originally with the bookkeepers that would have been how it's been, but you've been doing this for like like 10 years now.
Yeah.
So I think at this point it's almost near perfect. Just I guess this group wouldn't even know. Like
Yeah.
as far as you guys are concerned, it is just a group chat because
Yeah.
that's how good he's gotten.
That makes sense.
There's just occasional times where he changes. If somebody's being an asshole, he's just like nicing that out.
Go left.
Soren, this is a wall.
Yeah. I
Anyway,
told you not to go that way.
I was very interested in what was about to happen over here. And maybe what's going to happen over here.
Hold on, where's the number pad? We gotta get this done.
Paige, I said that so that you would move away from Jeltra because your presence seemed to bother her.
Yeah, I don't know. We spent the night with the captain, and
Playing Parcheesi? I mean,
there was no
Or
cheese
cheesing
involved.
something.
There was a nice artisan cheese after, but
after what, Paige?
Romantic.
after the romance.
Paige, you brought romance into this? This?
What do you am I supposed to be alone?
No, not necessarily alone. It just seems like it would complicate things to create a physical relationship with.
And I didn't even try to complicate things. In fact, the captain offered herself up after, and I actually wasn't interested. The captain wasn't even mad at me, so I really don't know what I did.
Well, the captain seems to have orchestrated the entire situation, so.
So we killed the captain?
Sorry.
Who are we killing?
Got it.
What's going on?
I think it's best if we join the group.
Okay.
Nobody's dying. Intentionally. I can't speak for what's happening.
You guys say I'm the weird one, but I don't cause any drama.
I didn't do anything.
See what you did? I'm just saying there's drama now, and
There wasn't
Back up
before.
into the.
As soon as Paige is not causing any drama, you're about to give up 1% of your soul. You are the drama.
hey, we have a year. Okay? We have a year.
There's about like 25 voices that goes, yeah, we're not dramatic.
In unison.
Who called dramatic?
Not over dramatic. I know what I want.
There's one dramatic mime that like in his mind's eye goes, yes, Marcel, you are dramatic.
And every time he does it, Soren gets the urge to do that too. That's why he learned how to fight it.
Mime again. Mime again.
Got a man again.
Huh? Mime again.
Yeah.
So it's been about like with searching the Colossus, getting here, meeting Mercy, it's been about 9-10 hours. Do you guys want to camp out?
I think so.
I was curious about their conversation.
Secure.
Did you guys have a conversation?
I don't know. Did we have a conversation?
Well, as he was like, as you
So
called
we've
him
determined
away.
that Soren and those three are all the way over there.
Apparently,
So-
even though the mist makes it very dangerous for us to separate.
Oh, I thought we were just like kind of
Well,
inside the
I
Colossus.
said I was like perimetering the Colossus while you guys were doing this stuff. So I didn't like go way
I mean,
off.
each part of the Colossus is the size of a barn, so you could be
Oh, that's
several
true.
barns
We
away.
could be-
Probably still
I'm
within
just
shouting
helping
distance.
you because I don't really care about it, so I'm just helping you, whatever. But like, so as he's
You're
called
just
away-
around with like a wrench going ting, 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 every now and again.
So then what?
really hard to remove.
Oh, I'm not strong enough.
As soon as Paige gets called away, I'm like, yeah, let me go scurry away. God, he's so creepy.
I know. Well, I mean, not creepy. No, I wouldn't say creepy, but I mean, like I can do this. I didn't need his help. I didn't need his help.
I know, or his mansplaining. Or...
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
I know, he's always like, let me tell you how to do things. I'm like, I don't need you to tell me how to do things.
Well, I mean, I don't.
Leave him alone.
Maybe.
I mean,
I kind of. Well,
Guys, we're failing the Bechdel test right now. Stop.
That took like 7 of my 9
I
lives.
will. I need some popcorners.
Well, they're talking about a man. We have to listen.
It's like, well, I mean, I don't know that he does that. Like, he's trying. I know he's trying to be helpful, but sometimes he's just like, just a little. I don't know, too helpful. Like, I can take care of myself, and
Yeah, he's
I don't
probably
need him because he obviously doesn't need me. Whatever.
He's probably terrible at like gift giving and being like a generous lover and stuff like that.
Well, I mean, I don't know about the first part.
I don't know what I'm saying. I'm sorry.
You
Okay,
ever watch a movie you desperately want a character to ask a question that they're just not answering?
And then also just the response
You
of, I don't know
seem-
about the first part.
The second one.
Well, you seem to be defending him a lot. Are you
Well,
guys? I mean, did you have like a fight with him or something?
No.
Oh yeah, because like the captain was like really into him. Oh, everything's weird
Yeah.
because
I mean, not weird, but I mean, he just, I don't know. It's like, he obviously doesn't, neither of them needed anything to do with me anymore, and that's fine. That's fine.
oh
I
my
didn't need
god,
to- I just didn't, you know what? It's fine. It's fine. I don't need
we
anybody.
both ditched you this morning. Not even a little cuddling. That's the best part. I mean, the next morning part, and then I'm sorry.
I mean, it wasn't even from this morning. I mean, it's fine.
Aw, I hug you. You deserve.
I don't need him.
You don't.
I really don't. Right? I don't need him.
No, I mean, you deserve someone who literally just like army crawls behind you, kissing the floor that you walk on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I bet you have that with Bella, right?
Well, we're a very egalitarian relationship, but sometimes we have lovers that do that. It's kind of cool.
But you're literally a fairy princess.
Literally a fairy princess that like grab your hand.
You deserve somebody who would spend 30 years going across the plains to try and get back to you.
Okay, well, I'll try to find a way to like put glue in his cereal. or
I mean,
something.
I don't know about. Well,
That's for you, and you'll know when it happens, and I'll give you the look. When he's eating the glue. Sorry.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Not
I
glue.
just-
Maybe something
No.
else.
Yeah. I don't need him. He obviously doesn't need me, and I don't need him, and that's okay. Like we're here to save the universe, and
Yeah.
we can do that.
That's true.
And that's my job.
We
right
should
now.
focus on that.
Right.
Yeah.
My grandmother gave us a sacred task, and we're gonna do it. And nothing's gonna get in the way of that. So
Is your grandma the kind? Oh, it's Tasha though, right? But
yeah.
like, is she like the kind to be like, "Where are my grandbabies?" But she wouldn't sound like that.
Right.
She'd be terrifying. But
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, she's and like in this iteration and before, it's a little protective. Like,
oh, okay.
yeah,
So she'd
mean-
tell you that not to deal with this at all.
right,
Probably.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Again, army crawling, kissing.
Or turn him into a toad.
that too.
Oh,
That's a very
Yeah,
Tasha way
might
of
have
dealing with things.
classic.
Oh,
But I don't
making
think you
him
need to tell her.
making him laugh until he dies. That sounds like a Tasha thing.
But I mean, yeah, I just don't want to think about it. Like it's so like 3 days ago. I don't need it. That's fine. It's
Cool.
okay.
Okay, cool. Will you let me know if you need anything?
Thank you.
I'm gonna go find his ass. I start sneaking away, even though I'm not sneaky.
Putting glue in a cereal? I hope you don't expect to make a deal at a goblin market anytime soon.
You find the three boys setting up camp in the Colossus's crotch.
Cool.
You left the boys to find the campsite.
That's
I mean, it's got two legs on either side. It's pretty protected.
There's like an awning kind of structures.
Just the what do you call those things?
the
Codpiece. It's codpiece creates a natural awning.
Why does it smell like? What does that smell?
Robot crotch.
It's rust.
hot robot crotch.
From under
A lot of friction in this area.
So you guys set up
Well,
a camp.
Jeltra was just expertly finishing the thing she was working on just now. So just so you guys all know.
You left her alone?
I mean, she's just right.
I walk up.
Oh,
Do you
okay.
Like,
Will this work, or is this area too tainted?
Doesn't it smell weird?
it does smell a little musty.
Professor Scant goes,
Thank you, Professor.
Although maybe it's you.
"You are a delight, Brishen."
I'll pay you later.
Goes from putting the tent together to just breaking the tent back down.
Well, don't.
Is
Paige.
it just your tent though?
No, it's like we're helping
All
everybody.
of our tents? Oh. What are you doing?
Are we leaving?
No, it was a joke. It was a joke. That's all.
Okay.
Stay here.
I'll go back to just working and
Brishen's laying back against a rock reading his book while using Mage Hand to just hand Paige pieces of things.
I
Produce
do
flame
something
and
helpful.
produce flame and start making a fire.
It's Treasure Island. Have you ever read it?
No.
Odd concepts. Fascinating.
I have to probably start wandering. I'm terrified something is coming because I feel like they made it very clear that like something is coming. They did. So Soren is just like habitually just like circling.
Oh, I forgot I've got my tower. We could use that and sleep in it.
Oh.
I'm sorry, just a tower popping up out of Mr. Robot's grotto.
Destroy this.
If they have like watchers watching the like the Cyclops or whatever, and they're just like, what?
Are you not
Look
getting
at this
what we're
erection.
getting?
Oh yeah, I get it. I get it. Talking about boners. I guess I just meant like are we trying to be on the down low out here? Should we not be making towers, or do we want to just?
I mean,
my
that would
tower's
be the
really safe.
safest. Yeah.
I'm just saying my tower's really safe, so that's why I got
I
it.
think
I love the idea because everyone's in these moods that you like watch him and he's like struggling to put the last piece of the tent and he puts it and it like snaps and you're just like and then just throw it down.
Please. Okay, well I wrecked the tower then. Let me.
You are right. Yes.
Wreck that tower, but I don't destroy any of the remains. I do it in a cleared
Yeah.
area.
No, you can get it between its crotch. Darren's instant direction. Darren's.
Darren.
Oh, Darren's. It's like, is this like a Patreon shout out?
Oh god.
Thanks, Dan.
Well, because it's Darren's instant
So
fortress.
it's a square tower. It's 20 feet on a side and 30 feet high. We've got arrow slits. Its interior is 2 floors.
Is it crenellated? Does that mean that it's uncut?
We've got a trapdoor that goes to the roof.
So you just finished putting the finishing touches on your multi-person tent when a fortress knocks it out of the way and it goes flying against the leg and falls into pieces.
Okay. Yeah, so we.
Zephyr is not nice.
Well,
it's great to have on your side, though. My God.
that does look more comfortable.
So it's immune to the knock
understand.
spell, and only I can open it. So you're kind of stuck inside, I guess, once you come inside. It's made of adamantine, and it's 100 points, 100 hit points,
Nice.
but immunity to non-magical weapons.
Okay.
I guess it's decorated. Wait, didn't I just get it? So it's not decorated. So it's a bit of a minimalist aesthetic.
I'm assuming you've spent time adding stuff to it because there's been downtime since that happened.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, I decorated.
Or you bought a pre-furnished one. I don't know.
There you go.
Sure.
How many bedrooms does it have?
So it has 2 floors. So I would say it's probably no bedrooms, but 2 floors. So
Oh, just open inside?
20 feet each side.
20 feet to a side. It's a little cottage.
So 20 feet by 20 feet, that's what? Well, wouldn't that be 400 square feet? And it has 2 floors.
Yeah.
so 8.
And it's not tapered, so it's just
Square.
800 square feet. That's
Cute.
better than most apartments.
800.
So maybe it's got some bunk beds, which would be helpful for us, and then like a small kitchen type area.
Yeah, 3 bunk
And
beds
you
and you
can
got
get-
everybody.
Yeah, and then you can
Like
get
a
up to the
kitchen and a
roof.
lounge area in the bottom portion.
Have we used it before with you?
No, I think this is the first time we've been traveling where we've used it.
So Soren screams in everyone's head as soon as it appears, and it's like, "What the fuck? Who's dead? Who's dying? What?"
It's
what are you
magic.
talking about?
The
It's a magic tower. It'll
What
keep us
happened?
safe
We're-
at night.
on high alert here. They said shit's coming. I don't know if someone.
Well, that all the more reason this is like a safe place to be. You can sit at the top and look, be the lookout.
I just wasn't prepared for that to happen.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
it's a cool magic item I have.
No, it's really cool. I'm actually very jealous of you. Just warn a guy next time.
Okay, you're right.
I think it's lovely.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we go inside?
Yes.
Brishen's like been trying the door but unable to open it.
I whisper the code word.
And he said there's a kitchen area.
Oh, poor Paige.
Because Brishen knew that Paige was kind of down, he like pulls into his memory as much as possible and tries to make one of the things that Benlin used to make at the hotel to try and cheer Paige up.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for that.
What?
History?
I guess it is a memory-based thing, so I'll allow it.
As everyone's like talking about the thing, Paige is getting the pieces to the big tent, gathering stuff up.
I'll walk inside.
Soren seeing if he can, like, push himself from the top of the ladder to open the door and, like, pop out instead of having to hold it open.
Well, she has to open it for you, so.
So the first time I'm just like,
26.
All right. So there is something.
24, I'm sorry, that makes it worse.
You get the scent from the ancient fortress. It's something that Benlin only makes when he's like melancholy. Like it's something he makes when he's like stuck in his like memories. It's he calls it surly soup, which is this like stew he used to serve exclusively at the Surly Spirits when he like his first kind of real chef job that he got. And so, like, through context that this is something that would have been a crossing point for Brishen and Benlin. So it's not something he would ever put on a menu, but it's something that's very important to Benlin.
And I'll put the first bowl in front of Paige and then serve the rest of them out to the group.
I don't know if Paige is allowed inside.
No, I let you in.
I'm assuming she opened the door and left it open as people are moving back
Yeah.
and forth.
That's what I was thinking.
Everybody inside, okay.
there's a knock from the top.
Oh, I go up there and let you at the time.
This is cool.
Yeah.
Is that soup?
Yes, if you'd like. And
What is it? Not that I'm not gonna eat it either way, but like
surly stew. It's an old it's a family meal.
It's delicious. As Paige just like goes in on it.
You seem to be having a rough day, buddy.
thank you.
It should be served in a Red Bull, but.
Needs must.
Bakers can't be choosers.
Aw.
Professor Scan's gonna love you. Whenever there's a pun, we're just gonna get a
About halfway through your stew, you hear a woman's voice go, "Good morrow."
Oh boy.
No, we don't.
go over to an arrow slit. Look out.
You see a orc woman and two halfling soldiers. They look not terrible, but like they definitely look like they've been out here for a while. And the orc will go, "Hello, we are with the turquoise spear. We seem to have looped back on ourselves. Is it all right if we camp near you? Safety in numbers?"
Oh, let me get the lady of the house.
Can I do an
Yeah, I think
it would be in our
that it's okay for them to camp out there.
do I know anything about the group that they talked about?
You're not from Eberron.
I know. Okay, I
But she
have
didn't mention.
measure your ability, recall lore about spells, magical items, eldritch symbols, magical traditions, the planes of existence, and their inhabitants of those planes.
Okay, I'll give you a DC 30. Go for it.
You can do it.
No, because even with
Sure, intuition is fine.
dirty 20.
No, you don't know the turquoise sphere.
Okay.
But Mercy didn't mention the turquoise sphere, did she?
That's just three.
She
of them.
said
The blades.
she said that there was some seer veterans out here, like remnants of the old army.
Okay, but she didn't name them.
No.
Okay.
26 on the insight.
They seem. They don't seem like they're spoiling for a fight. They don't seem like they're like they literally are like, ooh, these guys have a big magic fortress. If we were to camp out next to that, the chances of us getting killed in the night are much lower.
They can camp near us.
The lady of the house says you can camp near us.
We have bread.
Do you have like kind of rounded bread?
We have several round loaves, yes?
Zephyr, can we let them inside?
Maybe you can go out there and talk to them, and you can take something to barter if you want.
Excellent. I'll take the pot of stew with me.
I'll open the door for you.
I'll go with you.
Is there a way to, with the tower, to let it know who to and not to allow?
No, she has to let it.
Okay.
I mean, that's what it says. Yeah,
Okay.
I have to do the code word.
What is it? The magnificent mansion.
Imagine.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
that, yeah.
thinking. Okay.
And let them you both out. And if you guys want to leave too, you can, but I'm not.
Oh, I'm staying.
Okay, me too.
Can we offer you something to fill your bread?
We haven't had anything but bread in several days, so.
Can I trade you 5 loaves, perhaps?
Do we have 5 loaves? We have 4.
We have 4.
It's okay, Brishan. We don't need.
We'll take 4 then.
All of their bread? Jeez.
The 2 halflings especially are kind of like,
Filling.
is this meat?
It
Where did you get meat? Just like openly weeping.
Poor baby.
And the other one goes, is this a potato?
It's supposed to have tarragon as well, but I didn't have any fresh, and it just doesn't quite do this thing.
Tarragon?
All right. Let me tell you the magical words of herbs.
Oh no, thank you. We need to keep our heads clear. In due time, you find out that the orc is named Caliph, and that the 2 halflings are Dortal Lynn and Grazan. And that's with a hyphen. Dortal -Lynn.
Her sister, Kayleanne.
Do you start up a conversation? It's just the 2 of you went out, right?
Yeah, I would have made conversation, and I wasn't gonna send Brishan out to strangers alone.
Well, you guys were searching the Colossi? Are you out here looking for docents?
For what? I'm sorry.
Docents. There, she pulls one out and holds it up to you.
Whoa.
What does it do?
Are you not from the Mournlands? How did you end up here?
Wrong turn in Albuquerque.
What?
Yeah.
Life is strange, is what.
No offense, but you're awfully well prepared for someone who just wandered in.
Oh, I mean, we were on our way to somewhere incredibly dangerous and ended up somewhere incredibly
The
dangerous.
Mournlands aren't on the way to.
They are when you're traveling the plains.
I believe it might be best if we were honest with each other, perhaps.
That's fair.
Zephyr, man the arrow slits, please.
We are
Is
looking
that a
for.
threat? And she like takes a step back with her sword.
Not at all, but you were saying that we're lying and makes me nervous.
He gets jumpy. Yes, we're
Fishy.
looking for docents. It
Thank you.
seems it seems that they are incredibly hard to find. We did not know it was going to be this difficult.
What if I told you that I know of a place?
I would remind you that we just established a truthfulness to this conversation.
I am being truthful.
Hundreds?
Hundreds. There are these rogue warforged out there. They're being led by this purple one. Mercy was purple, right? And our plan is to take what's left of our group, go raid their stores, sell them all, instantly rich, never have to work another day in our lives.
So Paige is putting together that
They're talking about going to Lalo and raiding the pilgrims.
That sounds incredibly dangerous.
insanely dangerous.
Each one of these is worth enough to make even your pretty robes look cheap.
Oh, well, that is quite a lot. Could ruin an economy, though.
I mean, obviously that's why you're here, right? You're camping out in the crotch of a Colossus. Nice touch, by the way.
The lady in the house has particular taste. It's only 2 stories. It's a chode.
I had to stop myself. I had to stop myself from choking as soon as I saw it.
Zephyr, you can unman the oil, the arrow slits. They like your placement.
Are you inside still?
Yes.
I'm like inside with you. Are they yelling at us?
I think so, but it doesn't sound urgent.
Somebody just leans and is like, they don't look like they're in a fight.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, magic's not flying yet, so.
No, I think we're good.
While they're out there,
Up at the top, Batmaning.
no, because we came inside to eat, and I didn't ask to go back out.
Could let you back out if you want.
No, was eating, and then once I've eaten my like 3rd or 4th bowl,
You made
regardless
so much stew.
regardless of where you guys are in conversation,
It's all those.
I'm gonna put my spoon down. Why do you hate Paige? Why do you hate Paige?
I mean, I know, but
What is going on? Why?
who said I hate Paige? I just didn't need his help. I just didn't need his help. That's all.
Yeah, and we're sick of his attitude.
Yeah.
An attitude?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're not seeing it, that seems crazy to me.
Maybe.
I don't want to interrupt. I want you guys to have this conversation. But I'm just imagining you guys going, rhododendron, as they're like stabbing you.
We have revivify.
I have revivified.
Anyway,
Yeah, I didn't take
I really want this conversation to happen. But that would just be really funny if they attacked while you guys are having this conversation.
Maybe I'm not paying attention then, but I don't. It just seems like kind of happy all the time.
Well, and that's fine. He can be happy and he can live his life how he wants, and he can just be over there, and that's fine. We have a job to do, and I'm here to do that job. So that's fine.
I've heard those words before.
You hear one of the swords in your mind go, ooh, he didn't call.
I've had those words said to me before, and it did not end well, and I still don't understand what it means.
Well,
Have you ever had a girlfriend or
No.
boyfriend?
Yes.
You
Okay.
were married.
I know.
I wonder how much he learned from that experience.
Him or me?
Both of you. Yeah.
Wow, you sound just like him. So I'm gonna walk outside.
I let you out.
Zephyr has like a little clicker.
Yeah.
So Soren comes out looking how?
Very upset. Like verge of tears.
So a
Aww.
very large man walks out on the verge of tears, and then the orc goes, "Oh,
All good. All good. We got bread. We got bread bowls for the soup.
You need more soup?
So what's wrong?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Oh, can I really say
Insight.
Yeah, you told him that I didn't learn anything from a relationship. My husband divorced me and sent me away.
How much?
Horrible relationship.
Soren has told you absolutely fuck all about his life."
You seem.
I stand by
It's
it.
fine.
Kale goes, "A soldier that doesn't shit often dies.
What?
Let it out, my brother."
Ew.
I
I
don't know about that one, but I stand up and I just put my arms out to you, Soren.
I lean in for a hug, but don't hug back.
That's okay. And then I do that thing where I just pull your head in a little bit more, and then go back to hugging.
You gonna kill these people?
Rishen's in a good mood, so I walk to the other side.
One of the
And complete
halflings
the hug.
say, "Are we gonna kill these people?" And she drops their spoon.
Are they?
No, they're not a threat. It's fine. They're very nice. They've been very polite. They've done some good training.
I need to go yell for a bit.
Go ahead.
You can get on top of the cod piece.
That's...
Watch out for blaze bears.
Sorry, what?
Blaze bears.
What are those?
They live here.
What are they?
They're like really scary bears
Where?
all over.
If you
You
find
guys haven't come across any blaze bears yet?
It was a
Not a
hairy
one.
bear.
Not
Here,
yet.
I have a
It
picture
was
that
a
I
hairy
drew.
bear.
we have a
I
can.
have a
of blaze
picture that I drew.
bear. I have a can of blaze bear repellent. in it.
Layer.
Gross.
Where
That is so sick.
do they live?
So we unpacked
All over
our
the
magic
Mournlands.
things. He was
He wants to
very
eat
good.
one.
Um,
Oh no.
Soren,
Can I turn, if I see a blaze bear, can I turn into
They
a
are
blaze
not
bear?
beasts.
you go holler, get some screaming out. If
Watch out
you-
for blaze bears.
Watch out for blaze bears, and if you need,
Oh,
us,
and the blades.
just let me know.
Yeah.
We are
can
one
we
of the blades.
get back to? I think robbing these people is a horrible idea.
It's not robbing. They're hoarding them.
They probably have some sort of like birthright to them, right?
No, they were created by the army. They're the army's property.
Whose army property?
The docents.
But their souls.
No, I mean, this one little group of Warforged have convinced themselves of that, but like Warforged don't even have souls,
Says who?
says the people who made them.
Uh-huh.
Like she picks up like a dagger and was like, "Does this dagger have a soul? If I take this rock and put it next to it?"
No, but they make choices.
They have been negatively affected by the end of the last war. Don't get me wrong, some of my best friends are Warforged.
You're calling them not people.
Well, I mean, not in the traditional sense. Like, their belief that the docents are the souls, I mean, they're just going to waste.
Mental trainer. Can I please stab her or him or whoever this is?
No, they're misguided. I don't think they understand what they're doing.
We're trying to educate first.
Regardless, thank you for the soup.
Thank you for the bread.
We are going to head out to our camp, and then tomorrow we're going to be heading towards Lalos. We hope to see you there.
You will.
Okay. How far is this Lalos place from here? I've heard mixed things.
Its distance is not a reliable metric. Look
Oh.
for a large metal windmill.
Okay. Thank you. And then in the mental chat, we need to get there first.
Well, lovely to meet you. I think we're going to go back to our camp as well.
Thank you for the bread, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
Crispy on the outside, fluffy on the inside.
Complete adventure.
Watch out for blaze bears.
Stale all the way through, but yeah, sure.
Soup helps.
No, that's really good advice, actually.
Mm-hmm.
And then they'll kind of like, they head back to their camp.
And we'll walk over and I knock on the...
Can't let you in.
Okay, we need to put aside for just a moment whatever's going on between Paige and Delta. Those people mean
Nothing's
harm
go-
to our friends.
What?
Those people we met outside, their plan is to ransack Lalos and steal all of the items that they are collecting.
Oh shit, I'll just throw a fireball from the roof. Yeah? Take care of them
He
all.
said not to stab him yet.
Who said not to
You're
stab
right,
him?
you're right.
I think in this instance, we get to, yes?
Oh, sorry.
We get to Lalos first, warn Mercy of what's coming. That way they have all the information, and I'm sorry, I don't want to talk for the group.
No, I think that was excellent. It was great instincts.
Okay, everything is weird between everyone right now, all right? Can we just forget it for right now? We need to go save our new friends.
Right.
Are we
have a
going to
job
save
to
our
do.
new friends?
We're
We have a
laser
job to do.
focused.
Okay, we're going to sleep or are we going to go now?
They said they're gonna go in the morning. Yes.
They said they're going to go back to their camp and then head there from their camp in the
Tomorrow
morning.
is what they said.
But I thought they're camping near us, so that if we leave now, they're gonna see us leave.
I think they saw Soren and got freaked out. Sorry.
They meant they have there's more of them.
There's like a
They're
camp.
going back to their.
Their main camp. Okay.
I think we should go now. Even if we only go for a couple hours, then we do this again and then continue on.
It
Head
says
start.
redeployable. I don't know how this works. I'm not the magic one.
Yeah. I can make it small, make it big, whenever I want.
I like that the tone of that was almost like, yeah, it was no problem. I can set it up again.
No,
Just
no.
that Just
Oh, God, this is going to be interesting.
All right. I guess.
Are we?
I'm
So,
glad we ate at least. All right. So we get ready to go.
Short rest. Short rest.
Short
Short
I
rest.
mean, not that we did anything,
We
but
didn't
still.
do anything.
I get. No, I don't actually. I don't get anything back now.
Do we
everybody give me
leave
your
the-
Portal dice back.
Actually, do we leave the tower here? Because if we take it down, they'll know we left.
I don't think we'll ever get back.
Okay.
That's how you lost the last one.
No, I did. I erected like we are gonna come back to it. Okay, no,
Because
we'll
if
take
you
it.
are out of its distance for long enough, don't you want to tune or something?
I mean, I'm just saying, like, a wizard could eventually, like, figure out
Permeate.
how to
Yeah.
like, somebody could sit there touching it for an hour, attune to it, and then take it.
Great.
It just ends with a little like, "Boop, boop," you know?
All right, I'm taking them.
The
Yes, you should
Description
apologize to.
of the area. The description of the area, you said that it's very like fog and misty.
Mhm.
So I say we just wait a little bit of time for them to get away. Then once they're out of eyesight, then we take it down and get.
Well, also, like, you're familiar with this from your travels in the Fey realm. There's a very real possibility they got 20 feet away, and then they were 2 miles away, and then they were 2 feet away, and then they were 30 miles away. Like time and distance are not a thing.
Yeah.
They could be just about to walk past the fortress again, or they could be a day away.
Paige legitimately has no understanding of that.
Just
I'll try. I'd try and explain that. It's like I've been someplace very similar, and
You've been to
distance
several
and
places
walking
like
is,
that.
is strange. They could be miles away, or they could be right next to the tower. I mean, there's really no way of knowing when they're gonna notice we're gone.
Yeah, all the more reason to go to Lawless now, then I guess.
Yeah.
With your really high rule, you can basically guess that these were the footprints. Those people
Okay.
were the footprints you saw earlier.
Got it.
So the docent they have probably came from this colossi.
Oh, and I do bring up that they had a docent.
Possibly several.
And they want to steal more.
They want to steal probably hundreds. They did say that Mercy is the owner, procurer of.
They never said mercy. They just said a rogue warforged.
Right. I'm connecting dots on her.
Yeah.
That she has hundreds of docents. Maybe that is ill-informed. Maybe that is an exaggeration.
But they want them.
What kind of weapons do they have? Or were they casters?
At least a dagger.
They were veterans. She's an artillerist, so she had a crossbow, and then the other two had like long swords.
We also don't know who waits at their camp for them.
Yeah, you have no idea how many people are at their camp.
We
Or the turquoise spear.
we should get moving to Lalos.
We go searching for the windmill.
Searching for the windmill every day.
Does anyone else want to talk about it? As you guys
Some fun.
Wait, so are we bunking up here for the night, or are we moving?
I think we're moving on.
Oh, we're moving on.
We're
Yeah.
going to Lawless now to
Yeah.
warn them.
I think we're just planning on
give
going
me
like a couple
a-
hours and then sleeping.
Survival
I
check.
do
I
take
think-
down the tower and take it with us.
We were gonna go a couple more hours until like we would be at our last.
Nat 1, so
Short
7.
2d4.
2. 1 and 1.
1 and 1. So about 6 hours later.
So what I was saying was, our day had already been like 10 or 12 hours, right? So we were just gonna go a couple hours and then sleep so that we're not exhausted.
Okay,
Is that
that's fine.
okay?
You guys do not find Lalos in that time.
Right.
It's going to take her about 6 hours to find Lalos.
Right.
So
I'm just
Excuse me.
you guys are camping out?
like after a couple hours, yeah.
Yeah.
You walk towards a windmill that you can see very clearly in the distance
It's right there.
for like 3 hours, and you're not getting any closer.
Ay. So
Hate
strange.
this part. Hate this part of traveling in this kind of area because it's just not getting any closer.
If you can us about it, it tends to arrive faster in my experience.
I wondered how long on a planet with just statues of me.
I don't think the men would be talking to. I've overheard some conversations today. I don't think that was very warranted.
Generally speaking, I don't think about it directly. I'm there.
Get to the fourth porch. I want to get to the fourth porch. I don't want to go to Lalos. I'm just going to go to the fourth porch.
You guys set up the tower.
Yeah, I was saying maybe this is a good spot, or what do you think?
No, it's fine. Unless there appears to be sort of disadvantaged. But we can't see very far ahead of us with this mist, so it's kind of hard to. Anyway, yeah, I set it back out.
At least we know that the windmill is over there.
There's 3 bunk beds, each big enough to fit 2 people. Where does everybody bunk up?
I bunk above or below Zephyr.
Paige does not go towards the bunk beds at all. In fact, he sits at the table.
Downstairs?
Yep.
Okay.
I'll pour an ale and put it in front of Paige and sit down.
Soren grabs the blanket off of one of the bunk beds and goes to the second floor.
The second floor is where the bunk beds are.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Common area on the first floor.
Okay.
Bed space on the second floor.
Then I will take it downstairs with them. But I'm like running into a corner.
Why are the
Just-
boys avoiding us?
I do not know. We have been so good to them. So nice.
I mean, I've been trying to get us to Lalos. I just
Yeah, we didn't complain when we had to pack up the tower and
Right.
trudge on.
Back up the tower. How loud are you talking?
let's just get
We're
front.
kind of whispering because we're on the bunk beds, like we're doing a little sleepover bucket,
Yeah,
baby.
yeah. It's like let's just
Just imagine Zephyr just. Oh my god, we've been so nice to them. Just like hanging over the edge of the bed.
sitting there cross-legged. I know, right?
And it's the kind where they have like the ladders on either side, and the second bed is like perpendicular to the first one. You can have
Well, I don't know. Maybe I owe them an apology tomorrow. Not now.
I mean, you haven't done anything though. Like you're just speaking your mind and look at this amazing tower that you.
I mean, yeah, maybe sometimes I'm a little bit harsh on Paige. I don't know. He just reminds me too much of my father.
Oh, that's right.
Just want to like pummel her.
Okay.
I don't know why. My dad is the greatest. Anyway,
Am I being too hard on him? I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe he deserves like one conversation before you write him off completely. But again, you deserve army crawling, kissing your feet. So if he's like not willing to do that,
That's true.
I could turn him into a toad. I mean, you know, your grandma would love that.
Yeah, she would. Yeah, that's like right up her alley. I've seen her do it. Like, I mean, not this one, but my other grandma. We were bartering at a stall, and this guy was really high up, and then didn't think that we were going to be able to like meet a consensus. He wouldn't even barter or try and lower his price. She's like, "No, learn your lesson."
Classic.
Yeah.
Love
Zephyr,
that.
there's a itching at the back of your mind as Black Razor goes, "We could kill Paige."
Oh man.
His soul is so dense.
I mean,
he does a lot of damage though. Still, he's
We
helpful
could just
in
get a
battle.
new cat man.
There's no
I mean,
guarantee all Catman, sir.
We could do that for work. She
Sorry,
seemed
Black
pretty
Razor's
cool.
talking to me. He wants
Oh.
to kill Paige. We're not at that stage, right?
No, I don't want him dead. I just, I'm just
All the hair.
mad. I'm just mad. And hurt.
Yeah, you should
And-
confront him. Just tell him your mind, and maybe it's all a misunderstanding. You never know.
Soren, there's a whisper from Black Razor. Hey, Zephyr really wants you to kill Paige.
Oh my god!
With me. Don't use the other guy.
What?
Yeah, just stab him real quick. He looks like he would die real fast. You won't even see it coming.
That's what.
Rishen won't care.
Soren sits up, looks over at Paige, and then grabs a chair and like sits in front of the ladder, like staring at the ladder.
Soren, is everything okay?
So, Soren? Which sword is bothering you?
Black Razor says things,
If I may
and
be
I'm
so
realizing
bold,
now.
Black Razor's dramatic.
Yes. Are you trying to stir shit up?
No.
The two-syllable no.
Hold on, real quick. I better go tell Soren that Black Razor's trying to stir shit up. So, like, my head appears in the trap. Oh, hey, yeah, he's trying to. Yeah, I don't want to kill anyone. I promise.
Really?
Yeah, that's not me. Not tonight, anyway.
Asterak is like,
Tonight?
you just killed them all.
Right. I mean, we might need to kill him tomorrow.
Azarak, you have taken millennia to acquire an intellect, and yet you never use it.
Fine. And then go back to my corner.
Is Paige? Before you go, hey, is Paige really tortured right now?
You would probably like that, so I'm not going to answer that question.
You guys definitely need to come together and have a conversation.
Pouring, refilling Paige's ale again. It's like
Paige and Jojo are tearing this party apart.
Oh, it's coming from inside the house.
Mom and Dad are fighting.
Extra planar horror lich, not enough to break up this party. One night stand destroyed it.
Not even with each other.
well, okay,
We don't know.
that's true. That's true.
What did they do?
As you go to refill my ale, I genuinely don't know what I did. I mean, Vinland taught me anything. It was to be forthright, head on, and just attack whatever's going on. I mean, you can see that like physically, and then like
Are you speaking in a sexual nature, Paige? Are you applying the rules of combat to a sexual encounter?
No,
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
I did not have
With
a
that
correlation
sword.
with that druid. No, like just problems in general. If I make a mistake, I'll say it.
Okay, well, when did this start then?
On the ship after when we started traveling back.
Laying on the ground.
Did anything happen?
I'm just imagining everyone in their PJs.
It's definitely like matched both stripes with like a matching robe on top.
I just want to point out here, you have never seen Soren change his clothes because he doesn't have any belongings. So, like, just for that image, I've never changed clothes ever.
So Soren's in his
No
underwear.
Rishan trying really hard not to look over to that.
I mean, there was the happenstance with the captain and with
What happened? Did you guys...
some romance.
Okay, Paige.
You're too far. Too loud. Come here.
I butt scoot across the floor to then lay under the table.
Do you have worms, dear?
Do I have what?
Worms.
No?
Okay, well, just the scooting.
What? Okay. I don't think I have words. I hope I don't have
We
words.
have so many words.
Sometimes I hate you.
I was just asking.
Not you. Black Razor.
That's all from under the table.
Did you what is a romance page? It means multiple things to multiple people. What did you do?
Hey. So the captain was very, very like gung ho, and just like as soon as the door closed, we turned around. Captain was naked. That was jarring in and of itself.
Okay.
And like, Captain was kind of all about herself. You ever meet someone who just has to be the star of the show?
A few people, yeah.
Never.
I don't know if you could meet your. Never mind.
Fable.
Sorry.
Wine.
And then there.
We
And
can
then
definitely switch to social.
Oh,
and then we had fun. And then it was weird at first the next day, and then it was normal conversation again.
when you say we had fun,
Oh my god,
no,
Soren.
I'm asking because does Jiltra maybe think something further happened, or should have happened, or should not have happened?
That was my assumption.
Like, different people take different things to different levels with physical
Paige.
happenings.
How do you feel about Jiltra?
Did you talk about it the next day?
Does she know how you feel?
Questions for him to answer. What?
There's just static. And then,
The whole boys gossip session downstairs.
Mrs. Candy is also there.
I like that we're having concurrent sleepovers.
Yay. No, we didn't talk about it. But like we talked the next day about other things and it was fine. I don't know what changed.
Wait, you had a weird, awkward three-way with an angel and then just talked about the weather the next day?
Perhaps that's your issue, dear.
What the... Hey. We both had sex with an angel.
I realize that your life is perhaps one that encompasses many such encounters. It sounds like you're rather well traveled from your librarian friends. I don't know if Shelter's had the same experience or not. She's from a little forest.
Tapping on the table. Are you calling him over?
In not so many words, or
I-
rather.
Okay, I just want to make sure I got there.
I've taken one lover before, but
Do we know if
Oh.
Jiltra ever has?
all of my friends and family hated her
Oh,
and
does
drove
that
her
mean...
away.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
They were right in the end. It never would have worked out.
I mean, I suppose we don't know if Shelter's also as well traveled as you, but I think that's maybe a conversation that you both should have.
I've been to the Shadowfell twice. It's not that well traveled.
Well traveled between the bodies of others.
Ooh. I like that. Pretty well traveled between the bodies of others.
We were fine for actually 2 days.
Does that
I don't know what changed.
Well,
If
usually the
Jiltra-
third day's the call.
If Jiltra hadn't done that before,
Okay.
that means
There-
her first...
There was no. You said the sound muffled argument sounds and then hitting the table.
Remember,
What are they
Michelle.
talking about, Dan? Like,
Remember,
really?
Michelle.
You think?
He did say she was very selfish in the bedroom.
I mean, still the story.
I just. I'm going to bed.
Go to her.
Go to her.
Oh, no.
Not until I know what I did. Something.
How will you ever figure out what you did unless you go to her and
Ask.
Paige,
Hey, I know you're really mad at me. Can you tell me why you're mad at me so I can apologize for the thing you're mad at me? What does that?
Paige,
Yes.
as someone who has had their husband leave them
Oh.
without knowing why. At first, I do now. Sometimes it's easier to just ask politely and not even say, I don't know what I did, but just like, I'm sorry.
Paige, I'm sorry. I know this is a lot coming from a talking orb.
Yeah, you haven't said anything like this whole time until tonight.
Well, I've been observing.
Data compiled.
If the angel had not been there, would you have still?
Copied in.
But we didn't.
That doesn't matter.
I think perhaps we're too focused on this idea of fault, and maybe it's a misunderstanding. Either way, I think talking to her is the best option.
Actually, the angel offered up again a couple days later, and I turned it down.
To both of you?
No, I don't know where Jeltra was when in Indra.
Inda.
Perhaps Jeltra feels used?
No, that can't be it.
I
tried.
I'm getting something harder.
I grab your tail
Try.
and
Hey,
firmly
Bottle of vodka just drops out of the bottom of Professor's cap.
Oh, this makes so much sense.
firmly hold the tip of your tail. I'm not going to push you. I will never speak of it again. You need to talk to her,
Mm-hmm.
regardless of whether you feel if you did anything wrong or not, because clearly something is wrong. I would suggest talking to her.
Also, keep in mind, Zephyr will probably kill you eventually.
I think given enough time, Zephyr's going to kill us.
Well, she seems to be particularly focused on Paige.
Wait till you make a mistake just trying to be helpful.
I don't think that
Sleeping with a woman is not being helpful, Paige.
I think I'm of the wrong persuasion to have this particular encounter.
Okay, I'm going to bed.
I'm going upstairs. Creep into the top of one of the bugs. Try
Are
not to
you
wake Zephyr.
Staying down there. I'll stay with
I'm gonna hold 2 beds to myself.
you. I love how like
Aren't there only 3 beds?
There's 3 bunk
bunks.
beds.
Oh,
3 bunks, so it's 2, 2, and 2.
And each one is big enough for 2 people, so.
okay.
Orgies.
So each bunk bed could accommodate 4 people. Is my point.
So they're double beds.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Double
Double
bunk
bunks.
beds. Okay.
Actually, Soren, I just learned that there's an entire bunk bed that's full.
We'll move again.
I know how I can start this, and I kind of go up the ladder and stick my and knock on the floor.
I think it's just an open trap. Well, I guess there would have to be a door if you guys are having the conversations you've been having.
Yeah, knock on the trap.
We'll assume that one you can open for you
Yeah.
now.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. I'm asleep,
I'm
probably.
asleep. Or in my bunk.
Rishen's in the process of climbing into one of the top bunks.
Pointing to the free bunk.
Go ahead. Professor Scant near you goes, you know you can speak non-verbally, right?
You are psychic.
I go get you. Let's go sleep in a bed. We never get to do that.
Another day he ignores you. Stop.
Um,
Girl, I'd say you could do better, but
We are in a wasteland.
That's true.
Reed Helm seems nice. He's got one,
He
too.
seems like he has eyes for Brushen, though.
That's true.
He sees a kindred spirit in Brishan.
They would tear each other apart over time. I think they
for
could be great
sure.
friends.
Leap.
Night night.
Yeah, sleep.
9-9. Mimis.
Totally.
Moo.
Who's a honk shoe snorer and who's a honk me snorer?
It better not be Paige. If no one gets any sleep on top of everything else that Paige has caused.
Paige sleeps silently. He spins around a couple times, and then pops down.
Soren sleeps upside down on the bed, one leg sticking up and his head off the bed.
Terrifyingly, is what I'm hearing.
You know what, Jiltra?
Hmm.
I can think of several people who would be better for you. Taku Arcana, Eric Fox, Duke Relin,
I knew that was
Rockelman,
coming.
Daniel, Dreamlover, Sparky, Meepo.
Yeah.
Even if you were looking for like more of like a parental vibe,
Yeah.
like Rio's mom.
Yeah.
I think
I believe all of those people care very deeply about this group and Jeltra specifically.
Yeah.
not that we want to patronize them,
Right.
but you know,
Come see us at Comic Con!
we love you.
Paige will apologize to Jeltra eventually.
Eventually.